See my buddy Howard Stern. We're here to talk about everything. And maybe about my new CD, Classic Songs My Way. We'll just see how the language flows, whether it's a benefit or not. But it's good to be here again.
Excellent. Last time you guys got along very well, so it should be another good appearance today.
Who knows? You have no expectations in life, but the vibe between us has always been very good. We'll see how it goes.
All right, we'll see you inside, Mr. Anka.
Thank you.
Paul Anka is a guy. Do you know this guy's had 38 top or number one songs on the charts?
38. Which is it? Top 10 hits or number one
Paul
songs?
Anka had 38.
Hi there.
38 top 40 songs.
All right.
Hey, Paul, what was it like in the old days? Back when when the Copa was really happening.
And Henry Hill would be up front.
And Henry Hill would be up front. All these mob guys.
Well, Friday night you had all the girlfriends, right? With the same guys, and then you see the same guys with the wives on Saturday night, and they look so miserable.
And if you fucked up, and said, "Oh, hey, great, I saw you here last night,"
you fucked up.
You fucked up. You're dead.
No, I'll never forget. One night I was in there. Right, I was a kid, and I go in, and I'm watching Sammy Davis Jr., who was a buddy and I admired. So Sammy's up there singing, and he got the spot on him, and he goes, sometimes I feel like a motherless child. And 3 tables over, they had round tables. There were 2 cats there. One guy goes, and you look like one. Now the lights go out. You heard... The guys took him out. There was another table and a couple sitting there within 1 minute.
Wow.
That fast.
Wow.
So you don't heckle.
What?
You don't heckle.
You don't
kick
mess
him out.
with the show.
You don't heckle, you schmeckle. You're out of there.
Do you miss those days?
Do I miss them? No, they were like an education for me. But, I'm a guy thinking today and tomorrow. I only miss them in terms of the kind of world that it was.
Is life better for you now? Is life better for you now?
Oh, absolutely.
You're an accomplished man. You've done it all in the music business. Blah, 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 blah.
Much so. I like the fact that it was a different kind of place to learn in, and you could fail and find out what you were about. Today,
there's no place like that.
No place you can fail in.
Hey, I heard
feel for these young kids.
I hear. Yeah, it's hard to make it in the music business. You got to go on American Idol now, right?
That's right.
It's tough. You watch that show?
Yeah, I've been on it a couple of times. I just did Canadian Idol. I mean, it's great. You see an eclectic array of music now and then, and it's okay.
You wrote 38 top 40 songs?
Uh-huh.
Is that right?
Uh-huh.
It's an unbelievable accomplishment, huh?
Thank you.
I mean, really is.
Yeah,
38
well,
top
50
40
years, you got to, if you're around 50 years, ultimately the odds are with you that you'll do that.
There's a lot of dudes who have been around 50 years.
Yeah, who else can say that?
I don't know.
That's not easy.
Yeah, but it was, it's gone by so quickly. The last time I was with you, I got a lot of calls about doing a book.
Yeah.
And I'm doing a book for St. Martin's.
Oh, you are?
Nice.
Yeah, I'm writing it.
You're
right
going to
now.
write everything down there? You're going to write about when Johnny got pushed down the steps?
Oh, that's in for sure.
Last time Paul was on, it was unbelievable. He told us stuff. First of all, he told us he saw Frank Sinatra naked, and then he had a big dick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's not a lie.
I know.
Yeah, but
that's a good
I
story.
just don't remember that.
Next to
Some of
Milton
those
Berle.
things don't stay with me.
No kidding.
How?
Yeah, Milton Berle.
Well, compared to Milton Berle, what was he like? I mean, like he was like half of Milton, or what?
Milton Berle was about 4 inches longer, and Guy Marks. Those were the 2 guys.
Wow.
Did you really see Milton Berle's penis?
Yeah, oh yeah.
How do you see that?
Well, you're in the steam room. There's nowhere else to hang. After the shows, you all went into the steam room. And you had Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy. We all had our own robes. You'd eat in there after the show. You were there till 5 in the morning. Jay Sebring would come in, give us all haircuts. That was the hang.
Why did everyone hang in the steam room, though?
That was it, because that's where the fun was.
Were there
But
chicks
you're all
in there?
naked?
Oh, yeah. They were
Together?
Of course.
Yeah. And there were chicks in there?
Yeah, they would come in now and then. Absolutely.
Would you be embarrassed for the other guys to see your penis if it wasn't as big as Frank's or?
And Sammy was
like, I don't
nothing
know.
to speak
Well, I
of?
wasn't embarrassed.
You got a nice sized penis.
I hung in there. Excuse the expression.
Were there guys in there? Were there famous guys who'd walk in and hang with you guys in the steam room, and afterwards you guys go, "Hey, that guy's a needle dick." Were there guys like that?
Yeah, there were a couple of pathetics.
Who were the pathetics?
Those I don't remember.
But guys will look. I mean, you do make a comment, right?
Yeah,
here
well, I
and there.
remember the 3 I told you. Frank was hung.
Frank was a big guy.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
But Sammy Davis Jr., he had nothing to impress you?
No. Sammy was all right. I mean, I don't know the detail. These aren't the kind of things I reminisce about.
Sammy held his own.
Until I come on this show. Well, he held it now and then. It depended.
Sammy was hung for a Jewish guy, right?
No.
So you guys would hang out in the steam room, and there were broads in the steam room,
Yeah,
right?
Frank would have girls come in every now and then. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Now, were acts being performed? Was this like a wild sex scene in there?
There were little rooms and massage rooms and what
really?
have you. And listen, I wasn't there all the time, obviously, but it was notorious because it was.
So let me get it straight, though. You're sitting in the steam room.
Yeah.
Then the broads come in. You guys
Later.
you're right. You guys are all sitting around. You're talking showbiz and bullshitting. All of a sudden, a couple girls come in.
Right.
They're nude, too, in the steam room. You guys are
Oh, of
nude. The
course.
girls are nude. And then you guys get hard-ons, though. But you don't want to get a hard-on in front of Frank.
Well,
and the boys.
I never got in any of that scene with Sinatra and those guys. They would come in and they'd disappear. I mean, you got to remember, there's a lot of other rooms or what have you.
Right.
So that was never my thing. That were the gangbangs going on with Frank.
No,
and
not
the guys.
gangbangs.
Were there gangbangs with Frank?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Listen, you did what Frank told you. Frank was the guy. If he said, "Let's go to dinner," you brought your passport. You never knew what was going on with him.
Yeah.
Was that nervous? Did that kind of just make you feel? I mean, you're a man who's accomplished a lot in your life. I mean, why is everyone bowing
Yeah,
to Frank?
why is it Frank
Well, no,
is
you
the
have
guy?
to remember.
Yeah.
I was
why
much
is Frank the
younger.
guy? Yeah.
I was much younger. Okay,
Yeah.
now you have to remember that rock music, pop music was in its infancy stage back then.
Right,
Okay,
right.
So all you had to emulate and look at were these guys. Whether it was Darren and I, we'd look up to these guys called the Rat Pack. There was nothing else that existed.
They
Vegas,
were the scene.
That was the thing.
Right.
So when you got around them, I mean, you felt that aura. He was the guy because the way that this guy sang and what he represented was intimidating. I mean,
Right.
you have to think that he was the only guy that got up and stood in front of a swing orchestra. Everyone else came second. He knew how to do it.
But he abused his power. I mean, sometimes he would be downright nasty to you
well,
dudes.
a lot of people do. He was never like that with me.
No,
No,
but
he
other
did it
people.
to Sammy. He did to other people. But he was a man's man, and if he liked you and he was your friend,
But why did Sammy put up with the bullshit? I mean, Sammy was an accomplished guy.
it's Sammy. He protected Sammy. Let me tell you something. He stood by everything that Sammy fought for, and this guy came in.
But how could he be cruel to Sammy? Sammy, what, black jokes and stuff?
When Frank started drinking, and if you didn't go his way on certain things, he became mean. That was.
But it's
what it
weird.
was.
He always stood up for civil rights and all that stuff. But was he calling Sammy the N-word and all that kind of stuff?
No,
Never.
no. I mean, Sammy's name on the robe was what the hell was Sammy's? I was the kid, the day Smokey the Bear. That's
Sammy
about
was
it.
Smokey the Bear?
Smokey the
Well, that's
Bear.
not an insult.
No, of course it isn't. But I've never heard him insult Sammy in any way like that.
It was more personal. It was man to man
Absolutely.
as
Yeah.
opposed to
Yeah, Frank was
being
a good
racial.
guy. He was a stand-up
See, I
guy.
think you got a good book in you, that Johnny Carson story where the mob threw him down the
Well,
steps.
you threw me in. Yeah, that was just a quickie. I was listening to you outside. I thought of a story when I heard the porno stuff. I was working the Fountain Blue, and the guys were involved in a way. But they had a guy. You may remember this. Remember Ben Novak? Does that
No,
name ring a bell?
no.
Benny Novak was a guy that ran the Fountain Blue when Miami was the thing. Okay.
Right.
But he'd always come around and be a pain in the ass where they wanted to get involved because, the girls were coming around and screaming. He wanted to hang with us, but he was kind of like a nebbish kind of guy.
Right.
But he was the boss of the hotel.
So you let him hang with you.
No, but we didn't want him to hang. So he
Right.
always wanted in on the action. But ultimately, what would happen when you'd play there for about $25,000 a week, he'd charge you $50,000 for food. So we all got real pissed off at this guy.
Right.
So finally, one day I said, we got to do something to him because I believe that humor is the final refuge of sanity.
That's right.
So I got this porno tape on an old tape machine, and I put it in a bedroom. And I had a couple of guys who were shills. I said, Ben, come on up. We've got some great action. I know you want to get into this. He said, yeah, I'm coming right up. Now, Ben would travel with a little Moroccan guy named Boo, who was about 4'8", and a dog, because Ben couldn't hear. He had like a hearing aid all the time, and he ran the joint. So I said, Ben, get in here. So he comes into the room. You hear the porno screaming in the other room. And I said, take your clothes off because when it's finished, you're in next. He sits down. Now he's got his clothes off. He's holding the hearing aid. The damn dog is doing what he's told, and Boo is kissing his ass because he works for him
Right.
from Morocco. So they're sitting in the chair, and you can hear in the next room, oh, whip me. Oh, ah. Now Ben's getting excited.
Oh, no.
He's got a hard.
Now I got the shill. I said, the shill runs out of the room. Oh, that was great. I said, Ben, you're next. He runs in.
Yeah.
The dog after him and Boo. And there was the tape machine.
So you guys are always screwing with each other.
Yeah.
You love that.
Oh, yeah, I love that. I love pranks. Yeah.
But
a lot of my book will be a lot of pranks.
You're going to talk about when Frank Sinatra got his teeth knocked out by that guy?
I was there.
You were there?
I told you this
Who
story.
would knock out Frank Sinatra's teeth, though? That's crazy.
Carl Cohen.
He did it.
He must have been connected or
well,
something.
you have to realize that when the transition went from the guys that ran the place to Howard Hughes, it became very corporate.
Mm-hmm.
And Cohen was a wonderful man. I mean, this guy was the salt of the earth. I never saw him raise his voice, and he was always there for me. You shook his hand, etc. When Frank started to get uppity because they wouldn't give him chips to play, he called up Jimmy Blue Eyes, who was the connection guy in New York. And Jimmy Blue Eyes said, Frank, you got to calm down. It's a different scene. You know, don't get excited. We'll work it out.
Right.
Well, Frank didn't, and he drank a lot. So we're sitting in the lounge, as I think I told you last time. And he then got up on the blackjack table, and he started saying, I made this fucking place, and it'll be sand when I'm done with it. Well, they called Carl, and at 1-ish in the morning, he comes over in a robe because all the guys lived in the little places. And he was over in the coffee shop, and Jilly Rizzo, who had Jilly's here.
Who was Frank Sinatra's guy.
Bodyguard friend, and a good guy. And he said, come on, kid, we're going to take Frank over. Carl wants to see him. So we walked from the casino over into the coffee shop, and Carl,
I like that it's always a bunch of guys. It's never like one guy.
Frank's never alone.
It's always it's always everyone's
it's a hang. A lot of guys.
Right.
So we walk in. There's three of us. Carl is sitting over at a round table with a robe and a pot of coffee at 1 in the morning, and Frank walks in blasted, and he goes over to the table. And Carl says, Frank, we can't do this. You're taking the chips. You're not giving back the money. We can't do blah, 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 blah. Sinatra looks at him and said, you fat Jew bastard. And he picks up the tablecloth and spills the coffee over Carl.
Oh, hot coffee.
Carl gets up and hits him right in the mouth, and the chiclets go flying all over the floor.
Wow.
So they bring in a jet, and they put him on the plane, and they send him back to, I think, Epstein or one of the guys. They fixed his teeth. We never went back to the Sands. We went to Caesars.
And Frank didn't call any of his friends and say, hey, take care of this guy and make sure that he gets
No. There was a lot of people that were happy it happened.
Because he was out of control.
They applauded Carl for it, and they warned him, don't you even try to do anything to Carl Cohen.
Wow. And the fact of the matter is that Frank Sinatra never returned to work for Carl Cohen again.
We went to Caesars.
All of you had to go.
Well, we didn't have to go.
But
Frank
chose
went,
to go.
yeah.
Right.
I was there when Sandy Waterman pulled a gun on him at Caesars.
Really?
Oh, yeah, right in the middle of the casino.
Well, he must have been out of control, Frank.
Well,
I mean,
when he
he's
drank,
nuts,
like anybody that drank, he
but
had
he's
his
manly.
moments. He was very much a man.
But it's fun, right?
I'll tell you a story about Caesars you may enjoy. I was working at the Sands, and a guy named Nate Jacobson, who was in the insurance business, they built Caesars Palace. There are two guys, Jerry Zarowitz and a guy from Circus, and this Nate Jacobson. And they would call me and say, we want to give you 5% of Caesars if you'll open the place. And the guys I were working for over at the Sands, they would keep saying to me, you'll never see a high-rise in Vegas. Nobody wants to go up an elevator. And plus, if you got a gaming license, you know, the government started looking at you, and I didn't want to get in any of that.
They would have given you 5%?
5% of Caesars.
Oh, my God.
You turned this down?
Yeah, but
Are you
now I go,
crazy?
here's the punch. I turn it down and I go to Italy because I'd started living there earlier than that, and I had a whole career over there singing in Italian. And this Nate Jacobson comes over with a decorator, and we're in a limousine, and he's trying to convince me in Rome why I should take this deal. Now, we're driving through Rome. He's got this decorator builder with the plans for Caesar's Palace, and we're driving through Rome, and I'm saying no. And he's looking around to the decorator designer, and he says to him, I want 8 of those statues with heads. I want 5 of them with legs. 9 of those with arms. I mean, they're rewriting history.
Right. It's unbelievable. Do you have nightmares that you turned down 5% of a hotel in Vegas?
That's a real
And I guess you turned it down
mega
because you wanted to do what Frank did, right? I mean, you didn't want to like branch out on your
they
own.
were at
Well, he was
Caesars.
already a part.
I can't believe you didn't do it. If Frank did it, why didn't you do it?
You know, Howard, in those days, you were either on that side or this side. I did not want to have the government come in, look at this. They looked under your toenails.
Right.
Did
I
you
was
have
clean.
stuff that...
Right, you're right.
Wait a minute.
clean
But
He didn't
you
want to
were
be in
clean.
business.
I didn't want to be in the gaming business. Not then. Now you can be.
Right. No, I understand now. You're right. You're right. Did you ever have to give up a girl to Frank? Did you ever meet a hot chick and you're there and you're like, and Frank
Or did
sees
you
her?
wait for Frank to select?
No, but wait.
Try?
Here's my question.
Yeah.
You're there in the room, Frank, blah, blah, blah. You see a chick, you're hitting it off with her. Frank says, hey, Sonny boy,
Right.
that's my broad.
Well,
Hey,
you
kid.
knew that anyway.
You did.
Yeah.
But
What would happen? No, I never laid anybody off on Frank. If you were just hanging in the group, and let's say there was 30 and there was a party after, just to be in that room, everybody made out well.
Right.
You know,
Right.
everybody.
But you let
supported
Frank
it.
choose first.
Absolutely.
See, that's the thing. He's the king.
No.
He gets the first pick, huh?
It's respect.
Hey, by the
Now,
way,
wait a minute. You must have made love to some famous women.
Oh, yeah, you got to put that in the book.
Well, those that I can, you know.
Who do you got?
Who
Who
you
you
got?
got? Who you coming clean on?
I'm not a talker.
Come on.
Come on.
No.
Who's the
no,
best one you
no.
ever got?
I'm a gentleman.
Which one? What's the best you ever had?
I'm waiting for the book.
Who's the most? Just give me. Who's the most famous you ever had?
The most.
Marilyn Monroe.
No.
Never banged her.
No.
Linda Ronstadt.
Didn't want.
Linda Ronstadt. You go from Maryland to Linda Ronstadt?
Zazu Pitts.
Did you have Zazu Pitts? Who'd you have? Come on.
In the book.
Give me a name.
In the book.
Give me one
Come
goddamn
on.
name.
Tell
Make
us
some
somebody
news
you
here.
dated.
I ain't
Somebody.
doing it.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh,
Whoopi,
stop.
I'm
Mr.
seeing
Anka.
Whoopi on Thursday.
Are you doing The View?
I'm doing The View and I'm doing Whoopi on Thursday.
Her radio
morning.
show you're going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to sit and talk to her, and
Yeah.
hopefully she'll have something
You're
to say.
going to tell her the names and not us?
No, I would. You guys first all the time.
You ever do a black chick?
What?
You ever do a black chick?
I ain't talking.
What are you talking about?
It's
What
all
do
in
you
the
mean?
book. I'm saving it all for the
Don't
book.
be like
I
that.
can't believe you stole
All in the
us.
book.
This is bullshit.
The answer's yes.
It
It's
is
in
yes.
the book.
All right, I want to read that.
In the book.
Lola Falana.
So,
Oh, I know Lola. She was Sammy's girl. Yeah.
first of all, Sammy did her?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure.
So you couldn't go there. Like if Sammy's doing her, you can't.
That
do
was
it.
Sammy's girl.
Was there a hierarchy? Like you didn't mess with the top guys, girls? Like Sammy, Dean?
Well, it's a rule of life anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
don't
I
do
mean,
that to
you
your
know.
friends.
You don't do that
Yeah,
to
what's
your
the matter with you,
friends.
Rob?
You
Come
can't.
on,
I'm
come on.
sorry, I don't know the code of men.
Yeah, well, you know what? You better learn it. You've been hanging around with enough men.
Get with it, dame.
Damie. Hey, so wait a second. Congratulations are in order. Now, the
For?
last time I saw you,
Yeah.
you were divorced.
Right.
With no,
I'm divorced a while.
no. With no prenup. And you
Yeah.
got wiped out pretty good. I figured out that you
They
just
didn't
from
get wiped
this
out.
man wrote that. Well, this man wrote the Tonight Show theme, and we figured out it made about $1.6 million for him, just the Tonight Show theme alone. And we were trying to
But
figure out
that's
how much the
1.
wife got.
That's 1.6 million. How often? That's like a yearly income from the Tonight Show theme or something?
No. That's
Well, I
1.6.
split it with Johnny. You got to remember this.
See, that's a bullshit fucking thing. I still am angry.
Yeah,
about
I remember.
That.
I heard you. Well, you know, you got to understand. First of all, when you're a kid, and you got another guy like Skitch Henderson who wants you off the show, and you're a writer. You know, I'd rather have a piece of something than nothing.
No, I understand.
He didn't muscle me for it.
Johnny should have done the right thing. Okay, in the beginning, whatever.
Yeah.
But later on, come on. Even in his will, he should have said, "This song is Paul Anka's
But
song."
he had to make more than 1.6 million just from the just because it was used every night.
Paul Anka wrote the Tonight Show theme. He gave Johnny half the writing credit. Johnny was making enough money. He didn't need half the writing credit. It was
Right.
wrong, and I still
And
say
he
it to
didn't write
this
a
day.
line.
That's it. So
Well,
what
that
about when
goes
you
on in our business. That's okay. I like sharing it. Hey, you know, money's like manure. You got to spread it around.
Hey, Bill, you're on the air with the great Paul
So
Anka.
how many of the 38 songs did the wife get?
There's 3 songs left. But wait, but what I was going to say is,
Yeah.
Bill, before I let you go,
Yeah.
so I hear you got married again.
No,
and
I'm not married.
You're
not?
No.
But you had a baby?
I have a baby boy.
Is that what happened?
That's what happened.
But the broad was married, who you had the baby with.
No, she was coming out of a bad marriage and divorcing,
Right.
and then we've had the child, and he's 2 years old, and she's my woman, and we may get
Oh,
married.
yeah? Young broad?
Yeah, she's outside. If you want
She
to
was
know,
capable of having a baby.
she
I
already
saw a
has
good look.
child.
I saw a good-looking woman in the green room.
She
She was
has,
your physical trainer?
She was my trainer, and
Look at
she's
you. You moved right in on that, huh?
35, and she had a child with another marriage that unfortunately didn't work out, and she was moving on in her life, and very respectfully, that was it. So we hooked up, we had a child together, and, you know, we've been together.
But the
2
husband,
years.
her husband was giving you crap saying you stole her away, right?
Well, what are they going to say? Nothing
Yeah.
to do with it. I mean, there's more to it in terms of what happened in the marriage that's, you know, on paper that had nothing to do with her.
These are some of
She
those
did the right thing.
claims that they
Well,
just
of
make.
course.
Yeah.
They all get hairy, you know.
Yeah.
The main thing is she did the right thing. It was not working out for her, and on she went.
How's so you get? What did you have? A gym in your house?
A small gym.
So she comes over. She trains you.
Yeah, she trains me.
Look at you.
Well, and went on the road.
How do you work into...
She you took her on the road.
Well, I take trainers on the road to work out.
Yeah.
Well, wait a second.
I work out.
So this is some attractive woman, I would imagine, if she's with Paul Anka.
You want to say hello to her?
Let me take a look at her.
Anna, come on.
Anna, come on.
Bring
in.
Anna and say hello. Howard
Let me
wants
see
to.
this, Anna.
And Anna's leaving right after. There's no lift up your dress and do
She
your...
won't take a top off or anything?
No. This is a lady.
No
This is a
Sibian
lady.
ride,
Wait a
nothing.
minute.
Whoa.
Where is she?
Oh,
Say hello to Anna. There's Anna.
What is your name? Alana?
Anna.
Oh, yeah. Anna, how you doing, baby? I mean, Mrs. Anka. Or whatever.
Watch it, Howard.
Don't take off your top.
Okay.
You are a very attractive woman. You know that, right?
I try to.
Yeah. Oh, and you're foreign, too.
Swedish.
I am.
Swedish. You were born in Sweden.
Yeah,
And you are blonde and beautiful.
maybe.
Yeah. And you...
She wrote a book, Howard. She's going to be on your show. She's got a book coming out.
Okay, but let me understand something.
Sure.
So Paul Anka is one of your clients, right?
Yeah,
You come over to the gym, the personal gym, and you're in the house and you train.
yeah.
So what, you start putting the moves on you?
Yeah, the first time we saw, we just fell on the floor and said, this is it, let's do it.
No kidding. First training session.
Yeah.
That was the
bitch.
training?
It was love at first sight.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me you go over look who he's hiring to train him.
I know. He needs an incentive to work out.
I got a guy training me.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. So Paul.
Now be
Mr.
careful.
Anka.
You got to tell the truth. You don't want to start making stuff up with him.
So you get in the gym.
Yeah.
And he's hiring you to train you.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously he takes one look at you and he's interested. There's no question about that.
Yeah.
And then what does he say to you? He says, "Come on, baby. This is a little more than a training session, right?"
No, it wasn't like that.
What did you say?
No, I think it
What's
was
he
like
say to you?
the third
Yeah, actually
visit.
he did. He said, baby, I need you. And I said, you know what? I'm going on vacation to Sweden, so let me think about it.
Oh, so you didn't do it right there on the floor.
You went
she
away.
was
You
going
ran
to
away.
Sweden. Yeah.
Right. So you go back to Sweden and
I
you
have my
say,
vacation, and he calls me every day. He said, are you coming back? I'm like, yeah, I am coming back. And we met, and that was it.
now it could be annoying, like you're trying to train the guy and he's busy, he's getting aroused.
Oh, no,
right?
we took
Yeah,
care
but
of
it was
business.
the stretching, and it was very...
Stretching.
Oh, the stretching. Oh.
Stretching.
Was he aroused when you stretched him? I would be aroused
Oh,
working
yeah.
on it. Yeah, he was.
Putting
He
you on
got
now.
aroused. What do you mean putting you on? Were
Putting you on.
were you aroused?
No, we were working. We worked that very seriously. Yeah, it wasn't like ho ho hum.
So how long before you guys start doing it? You know, in other words, you didn't go out on a date. You did it right there in the gym?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't
No
know what
kidding.
to believe here.
In the gym. What, on one of the machines? Or
On the
where did he-
machines.
where
Which
did-
one?
where did-
Put him on.
the
Put him
yoga
on
mat.
line over line.
Where did
yoga
Mr.
mat.
Anka? Where did Mr. Anka take you?
The yoga mat.
The yoga mat. Look at you.
That's comfortable.
And what did? There were no other people in the gym, I take it, because it's a
No.
private gym, right? It's
No,
it's
it's-
embarrassing to make love on a yoga
cook
mat.
walked
from
in.
the
Listen,
cook.
remember me in the steam room with Frank Sinatra?
Right.
Nothing is embarrassing.
Well, you are some catch.
Thank you.
No question about it. Now you got a kid with this man, and you're going to get married, you two, or what?
Boy, we have a nice, lovely boy named Ethan.
Now, what is the age spread on your kids? What's your oldest kid? And you
Well,
got
for
a
my
two-
previous marriage,
Yeah.
my oldest is around 41. My youngest is around 28.
And now
And
you got.
I have a young one that's 2 that I'm sharing diapers with. That's not true.
Wait a second. Can I ask you something? Though?
Yeah, like you won't. Yeah, go ahead.
Are you active? Be honest now.
Am I what?
Are you actively involved in raising the kid? I mean, you're at a point in your
Absolutely.
life. What? You're at a point in your life. You got to be a
she'll tell
little
you.
exhausted.
Well, of course,
Yes.
it's another chapter, but I'm so into this kid that I am active.
Yeah.
She'll tell you. I'm very involved with him.
Really?
Tell him.
Every day.
Yeah,
What does
I'm
he
there.
do?
They jump in the bed in the morning with us, and they have their formula, and we cuddle and watch TV, and they're with us all day long. And at night, he takes a shower with the kids, and
You shower with the kids.
Well,
Yeah,
my
give them
little boy
baths and
comes
all
in,
that.
and we bathe him, and we shower. We go for walks. We go to horses.
You're
we
nude with
ride
the kid
horses.
showering?
no, T-shirt and
T-shirt and-
T-shirt.
underwear.
All right.
Well, when her little girl's there, but with my boy, I can do whatever I want.
With the 41-year-old too, you're showering?
Yeah, he gets all
no,
the kids
the
in
other
there.
kids are gone already.
The other
What's
kids are
matter
out.
with
All
you?
right.
You think I let my
Now, did
Big shower.
commune
Did you
go
have
on?
other celebrity clients that trained with you when you were?
Yeah, a lot of them.
And did a lot of them come on to you?
Yeah, unfortunately, but
Yeah.
it was not what I wanted to do, and I keep my work and private life separate.
I mean,
Except in this case.
In this
But
case, you
Paul
seem
was
to break.
different.
He was different.
Yeah,
So you had celebrity clients, and who were the celebrities that hit on you that were trying to get in your pants?
Most of them.
All of them.
Are you not going to
Yeah,
give
I
us
would
any
say.
names?
No,
No.
she's not going to give you any.
Can I be honest with you? I would hit on you myself if you were trained.
You'd hit on a snake if they
You're
held it.
goddamn right I would. I mean, it's kind of hot. What, would you come over in a leotard to Mr. Anka's house?
Sweatsuit.
Sweatsuit,
Some
yeah.
top
well.
and some tight pants. So.
But in
Paul,
her
be
drapes,
honest,
she
really,
looks
Paul.
good.
Well, honestly, how do you make that move from?
How can I not be
No,
honest?
but I mean, how do you make the move from like, okay, here's a woman in your
From
home, she's
client
working.
to-
How does one get into the pants of their personal trainer? That should be.
Well,
the,
why does it matter? You got 3 guys already, big movie stars that hit on 3 waitresses. You
Right.
got George Clooney,
Right.
Mark Damon. They're people. It has
Right.
nothing to do with
But
their
what about you?
occupation is.
How did you make the move
Yeah, we're
from
asking about
Well,
you.
personal trainer
the point
to
is
lover?
you meet someone.
Yeah.
All of us walk through life, and you never know at any moment. You see somebody that you're attracted to.
Yes.
She walked in as a human being first, and I
Right.
was attracted to her.
How do you say to her, "I'm attracted to you"?
Yeah, do you wait? Do you say at the first moment she walks in? Or?
No, of course not. No, I think
be cool,
I
right?
think everybody kind of feels a vibe, and I think in time, whether it's after whatever, all in the right way, you communicate to someone, and if the attraction is there both ways, you know what it is. I'm not going to teach you guys what it is.
Mr. Anka, I don't mean any offense, but would you stretch me now? I mean, if you don't mind.
She can
just
stretch you.
stretch
Lay
out.
down.
Yeah,
She can
that's right.
stretch you. It's not
But
a
you're not
problem.
doing that anymore. You're out of the business, I would take it, now
Yeah.
that you're Mrs.
Yeah.
Paul Anka. Well, almost Mrs. Paul Anka. And are you putting pressure on him to marry you?
No.
Right. Now, I take it when you two became lovers, no
Mm.
rubbers were involved. That's how the baby was born, right? I mean,
you planned this, or was this?
did you pull out, Mr. Anka, or did you?
He did, but I miscounted, and that's what happened.
She's not a great mathematician. Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
This happens.
Oh, I tell you, that's amazing. Well, that's very good. Will you get married again, Mr. Anka, or is it that you lost too much money?
Or
in the
will you
first
do the
marriage?
prenup?
No, I would get married.
You do a
absolutely.
prenup, though, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
She,
Anna, you
she,
willing
under-
to?
she understands that. Yeah.
Yes, Anna, you understand that?
She
But
knows
only
what
if there's a couple of million involved.
Smart girl. Well, a pleasure to meet you.
Same. Thank you so
lovely.
much.
Yeah, beautiful. Next time, please wear a dress. Thank you. All right. Well, you are one lucky man, aren't you?
Yes.
Life's been good to you.
Now, did you?
Yes.
You didn't think a kid was coming along at this time in your life, did
No.
you?
No.
See, it's a surprise, Howard.
Oh, look at him. Look at the expression on his face. He's very surprised.
That's good with a personal trainer. They get right back into shape.
Oh,
too,
yeah,
after
look
that.
at her.
That's a beautiful girl. I mean,
Whip themselves back
She's a
in.
lovely girl, very good girl.
You're very
No, but
lucky.
once you have the child, and you know what? I don't know. Do you have children?
No.
Yeah, it's.
You
look-
wearing rubbers now?
You look at that child. You look at that child, and that's it. It's your whole life.
Mr. Anka,
And, yes,
are you
sir?
wearing rubbers now?
At this very moment?
No,
no, I have boots on with a rubber sole, as you can see.
No, but I mean, are you taking some sort of precaution to?
No.
You don't care.
No, I had a
That's
vasectomy
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
When did you do
After
that?
this one?
after I had the child.
Okay.
Well, Howard,
Great,
because
Howard.
Howard
And what do they
is
do?
thinking about
Yeah,
it.
I want to do it. You know,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of getting married. I'm getting married. I'm engaged.
Well, yeah, but you got second thoughts. I hear you get.
No,
No,
no, no.
Oh, that's all bullshit.
No, I want to get married.
Yeah, well, you should. She seems like a very nice
She's a
girl.
great girl. I just,
Absolutely.
I want a vasectomy. I'm
you should.
afraid. Do you still
It's
get as
not-
much? Is there still as much ejaculate?
It's a non-event. You feel nothing.
Your balls
There's
are
nothing
injected.
to it. I was out cold. He could do what he wants till I wake up. I was out cold. Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing. A non-event, and everything else works.
And you wake up and no pain.
Nothing. I'm
Nothing.
telling you. I wish it's like better than a
How
dentist.
long before you're back in commission?
Yeah.
5 days.
5 days
days.
back in the saddle.
Yeah.
Please, if I'm getting too personal, you can stop me. The amount of ejaculation is just as much, or there's less.
I'm not that definitive in the detail.
Right,
All
you
I
don't
know
look at it?
It
You-
works. It
you
is-
feel fine?
Everything is cool.
Stuff comes
Nothing.
out.
Everything's cool.
Wow.
Back to normal.
Look at you.
Back to normal. I would suggest you really do it.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah, don't
I
get
want
her
that.
on all
Otherwise, you'll be bouncing the 2-year-old. That's
Oh,
what's
yeah.
going to happen.
I don't
Howard.
want that. I don't
You
want to
don't.
bounce a 2-year-old.
Then listen, you got to go for it. I'm telling you, Howard, there's nothing to it. Seriously. I mean, that stuff doesn't bother me anyway. You can put me under needles, all that stuff.
Yeah.
In today's world, and where they're so advanced in medicine, we are living in the greatest time in terms of the advantages to us in terms of medicine. They know
Right.
80% of what's going on in your body. They can get stuff done. Go for it. Do it. It's nothing.
I'm going to do it.
I'll
I'm gonna
pay
do it.
for it.
Thank you.
I'll send
That's
you-
what I was
I'll
really
send you
He
to
hinting
doesn't
my
at.
want
guy.
another Stern walking the earth.
Yeah, you don't want another Stern walking the earth.
Doesn't bother me.
You don't even care. Let me tell you know something? I always thought about this. When you wrote the song My Way for Frank Sinatra,
Yeah.
he should have blown you. I mean, that was some song.
That was a great
That was
song.
low on my list of what I wanted from Frank Sinatra.
I did it my way.
But you
But I
wrote
mean-
that. You saw him and you were inspired to write that. Was he the inspiration
no,
for the song?
he'd always joked with me about writing for him. I wasn't going to give him Lonely Boy and all that bullshit.
Right.
So, so my friend Don Costa introduced him. He became his producer. So we were down in Miami. He's doing a movie. He calls me up. He says, "Kid, come on, have dinner." I go and have dinner with him. This is like '67. He said, "I'm quitting. I've had it." You know, because you go in his room with him, there were holes all over the wall because they were bugging him. So you have one guy on salary just putting new phones in.
Why
So
were
he
they bugging him? Because of mob stuff?
Mob guys. So he said, "Look, I've had it. I'm quitting, blah, blah, blah." So this really moved me because I said, "Sinatra, leaving, ding, ding." I came back to New York where I was living. 1 o'clock in the morning, I started writing as if Frank Sinatra were writing the lyrics. So I started metaphorically with a "now, the end is near, final curtain." I finish it. I called him
How
up.
long does that take you to finish?
5 hours.
5 hours you wrote the entire song My Way?
Yeah.
Music came first or the lyrics?
Well, I had the music. It was a French melody, which
see.
I changed the whole vibe to it,
Right.
recreated the song.
And you said, hey.
I fly out to Vegas. I give him the demo record. I said, "Frank, here for your last album." He listened to it. I knew they liked it. 2 months later, I get a call. He's in a studio, puts the phone up, says, "Kid, listen to this." And they play me My Way for the first time. I started crying. 'Cause It was
Wow.
kind of a turning point, you know, for me as a writer, growing up.
You bet.
All of that. So I had no regrets about giving it away because he was the only guy to do it. You
How
know,
old were you when you wrote that?
My late 20s.
No kidding. That's a pretty sophisticated song to
Yeah,
write
for
for an
a
old
guy
guy.
in
You know,
age group,
to be
yeah.
20.
To
I
me, it's
understand
one of
that.
the best songs ever written.
And a great performance.
Because
by
there's
Frank
only
Sinatra.
certain people who could sing it. Like, it's so self-congratulatory that Elvis, Frank Sinatra, like, not many people
Well,
can
I
get
tried to-
away
It's an
with
anthem.
it.
I
Yeah.
tried to talk Elvis out of doing it because when I was with him in Vegas, he would always, you know, I watched that transition because we were together in the early 60s, and then all of a sudden he comes to Vegas. He still looks like that god, that great voice, and then all of a sudden, with every meeting at Caesars, this guy was like expanding out of his skin, and he'd sit there and, "Hey, Paulie, I'm going to do that song my way, Paulie." "Elvis, you don't want to do it. It's not your "No, man, it means so much to me." You know, he was so whacked out.
Right.
Yeah.
So finally, he does record it and does it on stage, and then I got it. It meant so much to him because of what he was going through, and we couldn't pull him out of it. He was just
So-
on that slope.
So you
when
knew Elvis too.
Yeah, he knows
yeah,
them all.
yeah.
So when Sinatra records his thing and he holds it up on the phone so you can hear it,
Yeah.
you start to cry. You're like, "Oh my God, this is great."
Yeah.
Do you know right away this is going to be not only a hit, but
But a
become
signature.
You
Right.
know it's special. Howard, none of us in the business, you know, there's those few times when you really sense a smash.
Right.
You know,
You know it.
you know it, but there's a lot of times where you do something professionally and you just don't know it. But that was one of the times where I knew it was something
How
special.
long before you wrote that thing, it all of a sudden now is a song on the radio? It's pretty instantaneous, right?
Probably about 2-3 months later. Yeah.
2-3 months later, and then it becomes like a #1 song.
Yeah, and he decides not to retire anymore.
Right.
So then I wrote the second song, "Let Me Try Again." Let me try again. He came back in the business.
Yeah, right. Well, fine. Let him keep coming
You
back.
know, My Way is, I know every word to that song, and I used to, when I worked on a port as a longshoreman, one of my jobs was I had it for 10 hours, you'd have to stand by an orange juice ship while it would unload into a truck. And to kill time, I would sing My Way. And I knew like about 8 My Ways was another break.
Let's go to Tito. Tito in San Diego. Go ahead, quickly.
Oh my God, Howard, Mr. Anka, you have to be one of the best guests that Howard's ever had.
He's
Hey,
a
thanks,
wonderful
Tito. Thank you.
We love him.
By the way, Paul Anka put out an album of classic songs. My Way is in stores now, actually. The album is called My Way?
It's called Classic Songs My Way. I've got, it's kind of a paraphrase of Rock Swings, the other album. It has the Killers, Mr. Brightside. We got Cyndi Lauper stuff. We've got Bob Seger. So it's a take on all of those, you know, great songs redone in My Way. We've got Bon Jovi doing My Way.
Wow.
I got Michael Bublé singing "You're My Destiny." Sammy
Wow.
Davis doing "I'm Not Anyone."
You
It's not a
got on
duets
the album Bon Jovi is singing My Way.
Uh-huh.
Gary, bring me a copy of that immediately.
I
so
would
I can
love to
play
hear that, yeah.
Also see Paul Anka at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut this Saturday and Sunday. What do you do? An hour and a half?
Close to 2 hours.
Close to 2 hours. You go out there, you entertain the audience.
Yeah, that's what
Now
it's about.
Vegas isn't the same anymore, is it? There's no.
Not like it was.
You
no.
don't want to go out and hang out with Celine Dion, do you?
There's not,
Yeah, who
it's
would
not-
you
it's
hang with?
not-
Siegfried and Roy? I mean, there's nobody around. I mean, who's left?
Yeah, it's a different scene out there. It's all corporate. It's all so isolated. It's not like it was yesterday. I mean, it's a cool place to go to.
Yeah,
but
what do
it's
you,
not
the
what it
group,
was.
the group from Cirque Cirque du Soleil. You don't get to
The hookers have no honor.
Go ahead, Marty. Let's buzz through.
They'll rip you right off.
Let's buzz through a couple of calls. Marty, go ahead.
Hey, Howard. Paul Anka is one of your best and funniest guests, and his stories are just awesome. You should. Do you ever think about giving him an hour on Sirius?
I'd give him an hour anytime he wants it. If he feels like doing that thing, I don't. I wouldn't insult him by. Do you want to do an hour? I mean, you'll tell me if you ever want to do an hour.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
All right, that's all.
Yeah.
Jay,
Listen,
go
I
ahead.
have fun when I'm here. That's it. Man.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Jay, go ahead. You're on the air in
Jay.
Charleston, South Carolina. Go ahead.
I just want to say it's an honor to talk to such a coxman like Paul Anka.
He is a coxman.
I also want to know if he banged my mom. I don't know the timeline, but she worked for an accounting firm in L.A.
Yeah.
And she said that he would fly her out to Vegas on his private jet to come see shows and stuff like that. And my thought is, you're not going to pick up a broad in your private jet without banging her.
No. Sometimes you do. Who was she?
By the way, I have the same question. Did you bang my mom?
Did he ever fly your mama?
Yeah. Matter of time.
What was your mom's name, Jay?
Her name's Becky.
Becky. Who'd she work for?
I don't know the accounting firm. She said that one time you flew out to L.A. to just to sign some paperwork. And
well, I lived in Vegas, and you get back and forth. I had a Learjet, and I would fly, employees, people that worked for me in to see shows. It's a nice thing to do because
you
it's
probably
a perk.
did bang his mom. Is your mom
I don't
good
know.
looking?
So yeah, she's hot.
Oh,
did your mom?
She was back then, anyway.
What year was that?
I don't know the year. I'm sorry, I don't have all the details.
Well, how old are you?
Where is your mom?
My mom's in, she's in Charleston right now, but I'm 30.
Can you get her on the
Yeah,
phone?
we'll try to figure this out for
Paul
you.
Anka will tell you what she's like in bed.
I just tried to call her a few minutes ago, and I can't reach her.
Who knows? Maybe she blew you or something?
No, she's listening to the show and she ain't answering the phone.
You know what you do, Jay? Do me a favor. The next time Paul Anka's here, we'll get that lined up, get your mom on the phone, and we'll find out if Paul Anka did it. That's all.
All right, cool.
Have you asked your mom? Did your mom say yes or no?
She says they didn't, but I don't believe that.
Right. Paul Anka will tell you the truth.
Moms don't lie normally, man.
You might even be Paul Anka's son for all we know.
Hey, let me hear you sing.
Mike, you're on the air in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Hey, Paul and Howard. I was just curious what Paul Anka thought of when Sid Vicious covered My Way back in the 70s.
Yeah,
What about that?
It was a little jolting, for that knee-jerk reaction. But after I got into it and realized that he was sincere about it, and he went in and got a jazz band in Paris, and I spoke to Jonesy about it, who was his guitar player. And then, everybody's got to be entitled to talk and say what they want, sing what they want.
Right.
So I let it go. At first, it was like riveting to the wall.
Right. You probably said, oh, this guy's goofing on my song as opposed to...
No, but that's what's great about that song. It could mean a different thing to all different generations. Like it's such a poignant thing.
Did you guys ever get into hard drugs?
No.
Just drinking?
Drinking.
A little coke?
And weed.
Weed?
No coke?
Yeah, he liked weed. Yeah.
Is that right? Frank Sinatra
no coke.
was into the weed.
Frank smoked weed?
No, but I'll tell you what. When I started in the 56, 57, here's where you start making your choices in life. Frankie Lyman, who was one of the talented kids, and I loved Frankie. I would sit on a bus in a bathroom getting ready to go on, and he was shooting up the H.
Right.
And that's where you start looking at your life. Hey, come on, man. Frankie ain't good, ain't doing it. That's where you start to get that foundation of choice on what you do. And that just sucked him in. And he was one of the most talented kids I ever been around.
Did you know he had all the wives in different places?
Oh, I knew so. I knew him with the Platters. They were all my buddies. We knew what was going on.
Sinatra smoking weed must have been freaky if he was weird on drinking.
Well, we knew they smoked weed. Everybody smoked weed. You look at everything today and you go, it was not like that yesterday.
Frank Sinatra rolling a joint.
I bet you Frank tried coke. I bet you Frank tried coke.
Jilly rolled it.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I mean, I
not around you.
I wouldn't comment.
He seemed
never
more like a
coke.
coke guy to me.
Yeah,
no,
I could see him all hopped up.
Yeah, but weed was a hip musician thing in the 40s and 50s, so I'm sure he was exposed to that.
So you smoked
you
a little
couldn't
weed,
do
right?
drugs with Elvis.
Yeah,
though.
I tried weed.
You smoked some weed.
I've tried weed.
Yeah.
Elvis was more into the pills and
Elvis was a mess.
all of that. Poor guy. I mean, his whole thing was kind of. I told you the last time. I mean, these girls would come in another room. He wanted to suck my fingers.
What kind of freak
Finger
is
and
that?
a toe guy,
Finger, toe guy.
Oh, my
You think he might have been gay? Honest to God.
I don't know.
He only was.
I
He never came on to you.
No, the only guy ever came on to me. I was a kid doing impressions. I used to do Frankie Lane and Johnny Ray, because I wanted to start learning. Hey, what was I going to do here? Entertain. What did I do? And I had my hit Diana. I was flying to England, and on the plane, it's in my book, was a guy named Johnny Ray, who was the hugest.
Right.
I mean, you guys wouldn't even know who
I
he
know
is.
who Johnny Ray is.
I
Huge,
remember he had hit
millions.
songs,
I mean, the
yeah.
lines around the street at the Copa forever. So I'm going, Johnny Ray, man, I did that song, Cry. But I walked over and I sat down on the plane with him. The stewardess took me over. You got to remember, I'm 16 years old.
Right.
So I'm sitting, oh, Mr. Ray, and we have your autograph. And I used to do invitations. And I've got my record. I said, I know, and it's wonderful. I'm so happy for you. So I'm rapping for about 10 minutes. All of a sudden, the hand goes over to, like, my left leg.
Oh.
I'm going, wait a minute. No, something wrong here, man. Cry, walking my baby back home. I'm walking my ass back to my seat.
Yeah.
I got up, made a left turn, and that was it.
Yeah, you know, whenever a guy pays that much attention to you and talks to you for 10 minutes, you know something's wrong.
Yeah, probably it's a bad thing.
Well, I got to tell you, Paul Anka's album, Classic Songs My Way, is in stores now. See Paul at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut this Saturday and Sunday. For more information, you go to paulanka.com. He's got a bunch of good tunes on there.
He's got a 2-year-old kid.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. It's hard selling CDs now. I mean, with the record business the way it is.
Oh, it's changing. Big
But
time.
in your, your fans still buy CDs.
Yeah,
don't they?
Yeah, mine do. But what it's going to evolve to, and even television, it's going to be no more. It's all into the whole downloading,
personal selection,
all that stuff,
yeah.
and it's going to be used differently. The infrastructure, record companies will be gone. There'll be no CDs, but there's so much volume. When everybody gets in the same room and agrees on the model, taking off again, big time. Yeah.
Paul Anka's album, get it now in stores, and don't forget the name of it, Classic Songs My Way. And then go over to Mohegan Sun. Be like the old days.
Borgata. Be
Nice.
Borgata. Be down at Borgata.
Oh, that too?
Be down in
very
November.
nice.
Yeah, I have a long-term deal there. Be there in November.
And don't gamble.
I do gamble.
You know you get
I like
carried.
it.
Yeah, but you get carried away.
Well, I used to, not anymore, man.
Yeah, man. I gambled with you.
You were there with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is he a high
I
roller?
sit down. I get a call from the pit boss. Mr. Paul Anka wants to gamble with you. I said, send him down here. It would be great. I'd love to meet Paul Anka.
What, are you at the $5 table?
No, I was like at a $25 table.
3 guys.
Yeah, with 3 guys, and I don't. He sits down, and you know me.
Helping
I don't play for a lot of money. I just have too much respect for the money. You know, I'm just like, it's just too hard to come by. So you sit down. 3 hands later, he's down 10 grand. He gets up, he walks away, didn't even say goodbye. I think he was disgusted with
Would
me.
you say goodbye to anybody?
No.
If you lost 10 grand?
You're not kidding.
You're a mush.
You don't even exist.
I know. And I go, oh shit, I lost. I bet $12. You know, and he's like, $12. And I want to look like a big man. I put $25
You threw
on
down
it.
your chips.
Yeah, and I'm
$12.
like,
I've sat with guys I've seen lose $1 million.
I know.
Try walking out with them.
It's unbelievable.
And the casino gives him a watch.
Yeah, right.
Have you
Yeah, we
slowed
have a
down
room
though?
for you.
Oh, yeah.
A meal.
Yeah. No. I set an amount and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah,
What's the
I
amount
don't
you
go
set,
nuts.
though?
What's the amount?
25 grand.
25 grand for the whole weekend. That's it.
That's it. I won't blow more. In the old days with
Yes.
Frank and those, it was insane. I'll tell you stories in my book. Do we have time?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was playing there, and I played till about 9 in the morning one night.
Blackjack?
I get blackjack, and I got the table spread. I got like 70,000 out there, one go, right?
You're turning Artie on. Go
So
ahead.
I'm really going and going and going. So finally, I walked away with some loot, and I go home. I had a home there at the time, and I had this doctor called John D. Fiore, real nice guy, and he come over and treat Sinatra and all of us, give us a little B12, spare throat, because I'm up till 9 in the morning. I got to sing that night. So he walks in at 4.
I see you took your job very seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, yeah, really dedicated to your craft.
No, I never blew the gig.
Oh, okay.
So now I'm sitting there. He comes to my house. Comes to my house 4 o'clock, and he walks in. He says, "I'm going to tell you a story." He said, "Were you gambling last night?" I said, "Yeah." He said, well, this guy came into my office at 3 o'clock before I came over, and he's all stuffed up in his eyes, and he's like all kinds of mess. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, he worked at Caesars, and he works up in the catwalk. Now, the catwalk, before the technology, these guys would walk on these planks and look through holes in the ceiling.
To make sure you weren't cheating.
To see who was playing, and they were watching, right, all the players. And I said, well, the doctor said, well, I asked him, what were you doing? So they had me up till 9 in the morning watching this guy that was gambling because he was winning so much. We didn't know what was going on. So, and he said, all that dust and stuff. And he said, well, who was the guy? He said, Paul Anka.
So this guy's whole job was watching you, make sure you were cheating.
He's dying up there because
But now they have sophisticated camera equipment and all
Howard,
that.
in those days, let me tell you something. Those guys were called mechanics, and they'd come in with a single deck when they had them.
Right.
And we were all so close and all knew each other, and we tipped like 2, 3, 4, 5,000 because we knew they had families and they weren't earning money. Atlantic City comes in. It was like a ghost town for a while. And we would have like a guy that we knew, a dealer who was a single deck guy, and they were known as mechanics that they would bring in on some guy that was winning a lot, and he could shuffle those cards any way he wanted.
Wow.
So I'd go, hit me, and he'd go, no, you don't want it.
Really? Those were the days to gamble. You had a little edge.
Well, in the beginning.
Now nobody gives you any help.
Nothing. You're lucky if they give you a drink.
I am always shocked that Frank Sinatra was so arrogant that he thought that the casino should give him free chips. And doesn't that take away the whole thrill? If they're giving you free chips, who the hell wants to gamble?
He wanted the winnings. He would have taken the winnings. He wasn't going to give that back
money
to the casino.
You get a guy that's worth $5 million, he's getting off on screwing you for $70,000.
That's right.
Trust me. Yeah, no. Yeah. They were messing around with the chips and all of that back then, and that's those
stuff.
days are gone.
What do you think of George Clooney and those guys trying to recreate the whole whack pack thing?
Nah,
Fuck them.
That ain't it. That ain't it. It's nothing. I mean, it's nice and Jerry Weintraub's a great guy and an old friend, and he tried to recreate, but those guys don't know what the smell and the feel of that world is. You know, they
don't know how to operate.
They do this hang, but it ain't a hang.
Yeah. They don't go to the steam room and bang bras. They don't know what they do.
They seem like a bunch of nice guys, but
they probably sit
Ocean's 13.
I
was with Jerry.
They don't gamble till 9 in the morning. These guys.
No. They're lucky to spend 9 minutes.
That's right.
Right. They're sipping tea, not bourbon.
Yeah, they don't knock up chicks.
I don't know them well, so I can't really comment, but it doesn't entice me in any way.
Mark Damon never had a B12 shot at 9.
and his throat sprayed.
Hey, Paul Anka, you're the best, man, and we love you, and we wish you best of luck on the new album, Classic Songs My Way, in stores now. I encourage my audience to go out and support Paul Anka, get the album, check him out, and see him at the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut this Saturday and Sunday. And go to paulanka.com. You'll see all his dates, when he's playing the Borgata and everything else. And, listen. What can I say? It's always a home run when you're here.
Amen.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Paul Anka, everybody. We'll be back right after these words.
Where are we going?
Mr. Anka.
Are you ready, my dear?
That was excellent.
You're now a radio star.
Yes, she was great.
Mr. Anka.
So cool, man. I love it here.
He loves when you tell the stories from back in the day. He really.
Listen, he allows you to. He's a great interviewer.
So it doesn't get old for you telling those stories? You don't mind?
It's part of your life.
That's true.
It's fun.
Now, you brought Anna into the picture, too.
She's got some stories. We're going to have to shut her down.
Yeah. Were you cringing a little bit when he brought her in, or were you knew he'd be okay?
I wanted him to bring her in. Did you hear me say bring her in?
Right, but when
she knew how to handle herself.
That's true. You did well in there, Anna.
Yeah, she put him on a little bit. Told a lot of lies.
All right. Well, thanks for stopping down.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John Hyde and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate. On Monday's wrap-up show, we opened the envelopes where all our wives wrote down who they would bang and who they wouldn't bang. And there were a lot of surprises there. Turns out my wife would bang Sal. Turns out that Sal's wife wants to bang Doug Goodstein, which pisses Sal off because Doug's always busting his balls about it. And there was also a lot of talk about who our wives wouldn't bang. JD seemed to get a lot of votes for that. Here's what happened.
I guess your wife's envelope was the first one pulled today on who she would sleep with on staff, and the choice was Doug Goodstein, but this came as no surprise to you. Is that right?
Not at all. They flirt all the time.
Does that bother you?
No.
Why?
It seemed to bother you, for real.
Yeah.
It seemed to bother you.
You seemed a little irritated.
You were like...
It seemed to bother me because I told her he flirts with you a lot.
Right.
And then she picked him. Like, why would you pick... If I wanted to bang somebody, the last person I would pick publicly is the one that I wanted to bang.
Unless you wanted to irritate your wife.
Maybe she's doing that. I don't know. I got it.
And you said, but you also flirt with Doug's wife all the time.
Yes. Well, I think she flirts with me.
What do you mean?
When she sees me, she's the one. She approaches me. She gives me a big hug. She's happy to see me. She starts talking about all of Doug's problems, and we get along great.
But I love that that's your criteria for who likes you. It's not like she rubs my arm, or it's not like she tells me I'm good looking. Any woman that walks up and says her husband's a pain in the ass wants to fuck you?
No. But generally, when a woman does that, it kind of, I think they're alluding to something.
That's a door opener?
I would say so.
Ronnie, is he off base here?
As far as what?
What we just talked about.
Like
I know what you're talking about, but what?
If a woman walks up to you and she's married, and she starts talking, oh, he drops all his clothes here and there. Do you think she's opening the door to?
No, not if she's talking about stuff like that. No.
It all depends how it's
put. If she's talking about how she's not getting laid and stuff, then I'd say yeah.
Is she talking about that too?
No, she hasn't. And I'm not saying that Marla wants to bang me. I'm not saying that, but generally when a woman's bitching about her man, I don't know. That doesn't come off too good.
Do you think Mary wants to bang you?
Yes. She said it.
No, she didn't. She said, here's the thing.
She wrote it.
Listen to me. Mary wants to bang you. as
sure
much
does.
as Beth wants to bang me. Meaning, it's not that she wants to bang you. You were the least evil in the pool.
Beth wrote it down to be nice to you. Mary wrote it down because she means
Oh, were
it.
you there when she wrote it down? She just said, Mary goes, this thing is so stupid, I don't even know what to do. Even with the one for the, for the one you wouldn't want to be with. She's like, I don't know what to write. And I think she probably heard JD on the air that morning talking about something gross with a chick.
Yeah, but I've spoken a lot grosser than JD.
I know, but Mary's under some bizarre impression. You're absolutely right. She's under some bizarre impression that she spent some time with you.
Yes.
And that the person that wants to piss on grandmothers may not be real.
Oh, it's real.
I can't wait till she's a grandma. I'm going to piss all over her.
Nice.
I love Mary. Those big, long legs, I just want her to suffocate me. Just suffocate. I want to be carried out in an ambulance with her juice all over my face.
Do you take this as a compliment, or does it...
He's just being goofy. He's trying to get under my skin.
No,
the way
he's
Doug-
not.
No, I'm not.
He wants to do those things, but he's saying that he's trying to get under my skin the way Doug was getting under his.
No way. I don't think I'm getting under Gary's skin. I think Gary does take it as a compliment. Mary is just so fucking sexy. I'd put her in a wheelchair. I
Wait,
would.
is that every girl's dream?
She'd be shitting blood for weeks one night with me.
Shooting blood.
Shitting blood.
Doug,
that explains it.
Squirting blood.
Mary, I love you. You're dynamite.
Doug Goodstein, you've been accused of flirting with not just Sal's wife, but a lot of the
No,
staff's
I wouldn't say a
wives.
lot. And I don't think the other person who, I think it's Will, I kid around with Will a little bit, and it's sort of a back and forth where he kids around about Marlo, I kid around about his wife.
You, with each other or with the
each
wives?
other. Not with the wives, no.
So where's
the only wife I goof around with, and again, I don't flirt with her or do anything inappropriate ever, 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 is Sal's wife.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Why do I what?
Why do you flirt with her?
Oh, because, it started with him completely, like, being obsessed with Marlo. So he's obsessed with Marlo, and I say, oh, come here, I'm going to go hang out with your wife now.
Now, when you say completely obsessed with Marlo, what does he do that...
It's actually more than... they're really good friends. They're like, they don't hang out too much outside of...
Unfortunately.
If they hang out at all, it'll bother me.
But at parties and events for the show, they really hit it off. And remember, their relationship started by Sal calling my wife a cunt.
Yeah, we don't have
because
to bring
he
that
was
up.
jealous of her, or
that's how he got his wife.
Or construed it that she was blowing him off, but he was obviously obsessed at that point too.
I could say that Mary talks to Doug all the time, and Mary has never told me that she thinks he's flirting.
Ever. You can talk to, just call Sal's wife and ask her. Ask Will's wife. It's never, ever anyone's wife. I'm very respectful.
Yeah, but you don't go to other guys here like Gary and say to him personally off the air, I want to bang your wife.
Yeah, but that's just kidding around with you. And I don't do that too. I don't do that.
I can't wait for the Christmas party. I'm going to fuck your wife, buddy. I'm going to get her in the back.
But Sal, it's a
but you do
two-way
it
street on
behind a dumpster, that kind of thing.
I do that on air.
Oh, so it's
behind it.
I probably do it about once or twice a year, Sal, when I know I'm going to see your wife, and I do it just to kid around with you.
That's fine.
And you're a good sport with it, and you do the same thing with Marlo. So that's why it's a two-way street. Don't make it like
I hope the lie becomes the truth. I'm ready to swap.
It's not. And I was shocked. I said I was a little surprised that what's your wife's name, Christine?
Yeah.
Picked me because again, it's so innocent, and there's no flirtations that are like sexual. I don't have any conversations where I would try to hit on her or make hints that I like her. So when she picked me, I'm like, oh wow, yeah, I'm actually a little surprised she picked me.
Were you surprised Lieberman's girlfriend picked you?
Not really.
Why not?
Because we hang out.
What, and there's something there, you think?
No.
I know you wouldn't do anything about it, but you guys get along well?
Yeah, I get along good with her.
Was John upset that...
I don't know. John gets upset about anything, so...
What do you mean?
He probably was upset.
What do you mean he gets upset about anything?
He gets upset about everything. Any little thing will turn his screw, man. I'm telling you.
You seem irritated.
I'm not irritated.
You seem
Why
irritated.
do you keep... This is every day I'm in here. Maybe I shouldn't come in here.
No, I love when you come in, but you seem irritated.
I'm not irritated. You asked me a question. I answered. What do you want me to do? Dance for you? What do you want?
No, I don't want you to dance. But let's talk about these tips that you've been giving out, because there seems to be a well that never ends with those.
Well, that's my buddy over there.
He great.
winds me up.
First of all, let me tell you about Ronnie. None of this is rehearsed. None of this is written. I see Ronnie in the hallway. He goes, give me a few minutes. I'll be with you. I'll come out. I go, Ronnie, you ready? He goes, after the next break, got to do something for Howard. He goes, I'll be. And he walks in and right off the top of his head, without missing a beat, no stuttering, no stumbling. The guy is just a computer full of sex tips. It's amazing.
Do you think it's fair to categorize you as a sexpert?
No.
Why not?
I'm goofing around. I mean, not that I'm goofing around. I mean, it's not shit that I haven't tried. I'll be honest with you. So
I just never heard of a woman referring to jizz as warm juice.
Why?
I don't
What's wrong with that?
I don't know.
It sounds better than jizz.
It does.
You did say that half a cup was a little bit of an exaggeration.
I was joking.
But
we were just talking about that before I came in here. I was talking to Fred about it, and we were saying a half a teaspoon seems like nothing. You know, I mean, this is what this guy is claiming. A half a teaspoon is what a normal load is. I mean, Sal, come on.
No way.
Right?
I could shower Mary. I could make it look like a glazed donut.
Yeah, I mean, you look at some of these porno fucking movies. I mean, forget about it. I mean, these guys drop loads. It's forget about it.
But is that you?
No, I'm not saying. Believe me, I'm telling you, it's more than a half a teaspoon.
You should go home tonight and try it.
Yeah, and I'll freeze
Jerk
it.
off into a spoon.
Yeah. On Tuesday's wrap-up show, I came in to talk about how Alyssa Milano called me a liar, that she was dying to meet Howard, which was so untrue. And I got very agitated about it because people started calling and saying I was stupid and dumb and I didn't know what I was talking about, and calling me angry. And I went off on some people, so you better check it out and see what's going on.
Ronnie, I'm hoping you heard the beginning of our show. We were talking about. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What's the matter?
I heard about Alyssa Milano. She put something out on Twitter. Somebody told me.
Okay, here's what happened. Well, you told your story.
Yeah, I told my story. I told what I saw.
And then Alyssa Milano said basically it's completely untrue.
Okay,
Howard
good.
didn't see anything. So could you tell us exactly what happened?
I told it on the air this morning. Okay, every time Howard would come out of the room, she would jump back in the room. If she would be by the door, she had two guys with her. I never said she had security. I said she had two guys with her and one girl.
But do you think she saw Howard and jumped in the room, or you think it was just coincidence?
It didn't look like coincidence to me. I mean, if she's out there and she sees him, why wouldn't she say hello? Why would she run back in the room?
No,
it could be one of those.
Her guys knew that I was standing there. He was in with Jimmy. Came in to talk to her, and then Jimmy came over and talked to me for like 5 minutes before he went in to talk to Howard about my Batman mustache. So he knew we were there.
Right.
Those two guys knew we were there. She had to know we were there. He walked past that room 4 times. Once when he came in, she was already there. Another time when he had to go to the bathroom, we walked right past her room again. When he went to makeup, and then when he came back off the show.
She could be one of those fans. I know people who've done this before who's such a huge fan that they're afraid to meet him.
Could be.
So send somebody over and say, listen, Melissa would really love to say hi.
And Alyssa.
Or whatever the hell her name is. At this point, I really don't care. Now she's calling me a liar, but that's okay.
She's on the Mun shit list?
Yeah, who gives a shit? Let her come on and defend herself.
Well, you do.
You know what the Stern Show is? Alyssa, Melissa, whatever your name is.
Why do you say it doesn't bug you? Of course it bugs you if
No,
somebody calls you a
because
liar.
she's saying I'm a liar because you know she wouldn't say hello to him. It's plain and simple.
So it bothers you.
No, I don't care that she wouldn't say hello to him, but don't call me a liar.
Why did Howard say that sometimes you make up things? And
when did he say that?
He said it today. He said when he heard that Alyssa Milano said, he said, well, sometimes Ronnie sees stuff or he thinks something's different than actually happened.
Usually what I see is right, unfortunately.
You were talking to Jimmy Fallon for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
What were you guys talking about?
About my Batman thing.
What did he have to say?
He liked it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I guess I'm making that up, too.
What was the other 4.5 minutes?
Nobody said that.
I don't know the exact... Dude, do you think I timed it? What do you mean, what were the other four? We were just talking about it.
I think that when a host goes to talk to the guest, not a lot of times they're going to... I mean, you're a personality, but a lot of times they go to talk to the guest, not to the person who's outside with the guest.
Well, he stopped. I was outside the door, and he stopped to say hello to me. He just didn't just barge in, and he just stopped to say hello to me.
Did Howard have a good time doing the show?
I think he did. I think he was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome.
He always delivers on shows like that. Wouldn't you agree?
I like how he takes over the show.
Yeah.
He walks in, he takes over the show. Like, Jimmy kept telling him, sit down. Are you ever going to sit down? You know, he finally got him to sit down.
Bo in Maryland, welcome to the wrap-up show. Hey, Bo.
Hello?
Hey, Bo.
Hey, man, why is Ronnie always so pissed off at everybody? Ronnie's got a great life, and he sucks the life. Every time he comes in that room, he just sucks the life right out of it.
Yeah, man, I'm sucking it out right now.
I know you are.
I know.
Mistreat a cow pussy. You're always fucking bitching about
Cow
something.
pussy? What the hell is a cow pussy?
Mistreat a cow pussy. You're just ungrateful.
Where are you
got the
from,
world
man?
by the balls.
Where-
What?
I got the world by the balls. Okay.
Yeah, you got the great job, you got a great life, everything, and I've never
Okay.
seen somebody so pissed off at everybody for everything.
Okay. Ronnie, I'm sorry you're upset.
Would you say, as a general rule, would you classify yourself as a happy and upbeat person?
No. I'm fucking angry.
But why?
It's just me.
What do you have to be? What do you have to be angry about? You got a great girlfriend. You got a great job.
How do you know I have a great girlfriend?
Because I know your
'Cause you tell us.
girlfriend.
Oh, all right. Just I'm wondering
Seriously,
how,
you have a
wondering
great.
How you know?
You have a great job. You've got some notoriety. You're a TV star. Jimmy Fallon stopping to talk to you for 5 minutes.
So did Chris Rock.
Oh, okay. You're gonna one up me now?
No.
But Ronnie, did you notice that? I think what the guy is saying is that, as a general rule,
I want to know what cow pussy is.
I don't
That's
know what
I
that is.
wanna
As a general rule, when somebody asks you a question,
Yeah.
your inclination is to sort of lash out a little bit.
Yeah, but she's calling me a liar. Why?
No,
she
no, but even when somebody goes like, Ronnie, what's bothering you? Like, nothing. What's bothering you?
Yeah, exactly. What's bothering you? What makes you think something's bothering me?
Well,
That's just the way I am.
But clearly, you're giving.
Ask anybody in here. Ask this camera dude. I hate him, and he knows it.
Clearly, you give off
Right?
this vibe.
Dan. Yep.
You hate Dan?
No, but he thinks I do.
But Ronnie, clearly, you give off this air that you're angry at the person when they're just saying hello.
Yeah, but you see, like John, when you question me in here,
yeah,
you got that grin on your face. I know you're sticking a knife in my back all at the same time.
What grin? I'm just asking you questions.
Yeah,
the knife twisting.
It's the
grin.
way you ask them. It's just the way you do it, man.
When I say, Ronnie, what's bothering you?
Yeah, and there's that look again. There it is. There it is. There's that look, you know?
You're on to me, Ronnie. What can I say?
I know I'm on to you.
What'd you chat with Chris Rock about?
I didn't even know he was here. How's that? I went downstairs with Nick to put him in his car. And when I came back up, I walked in. There was a whole group of people in there. I didn't even notice to see who it was. I was coming back in, back into the studio. And I heard somebody say, "Hey, that's Ronnie, the limo driver." And I just kept walking. I didn't know who it was. And then I hear some guy yell, "Hey, Ronnie!" Like that, the top of his lungs. It was Chris. And I turned around, I came back out the door, and then, I was talking to him, and I said, "Well, why don't you come say hello?" And he said, "Well, I'm doing this movie thing." And I went and told Gary, and
then I went out.
Then Gary went out.
Said, "Why don't you come say hello?"
Did Chris or the other guys who spotted you say anything about the mustache?
Yeah, they liked it. Chris liked it.
Sounds like you're getting great feedback on this, by the way.
Yeah, I guess.
Your hair must grow so fast because the bottom of the bottom part of Batman is already half and half.
It's almost around your chin.
In other words, it's
What do you
half,
mean half and half?
It's already half the original color and half the dyed color.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been washing a lot. I want the color.
But I'm saying there's a clear line, so you're not washing the line. It's just growing. You can see where it's growing in.
Okay. Well, I want it to grow in so I can get it back to its normal color. And then I might leave it, and then
maybe you should have your hair go to the beard color.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Kim in Pittsburgh, you're on the wrap-up show. Hi, Kim.
Hello. Hi. Sorry. I just wanted to say I don't want Ronnie screaming at me. Ronnie, please don't yell at me.
I'm not going to scream it because you're a girl. I don't scream it because I love girls. You know that.
Oh,
It's all about meeting girls.
Oh.
The hell with the guys.
Oh. But I do feel like the other caller said, like when you go in there, I just feel like as soon as you walk in, you're on the fucking defense. Like someone's
You
gonna
have
fuck
to be
with you
around
and
here,
you're
Kim.
ready.
Kim, you have to be on the defense around here.
I know, but don't. I just want you to take a second. You have like a great life. Like you have all of these opportunities because of the show. Like think to yourself, do I really why am I so angry? Like just don't be so curmudgeonly all the time.
I know my shrink is trying to figure that out for me, but it doesn't seem to be working.
But I know it's just I feel like it's your shtick of being like the angry guy has now turned into that's really who you are all the time. You're just angry all the time.
Well,
and
if you bring my first girlfriend in when I was when I was 15, she'll tell you the same thing.
that you were angry like
Angry,
this?
yeah, angry. We were both angry, actually. We were both Scorpios, and we were both angry. We always fought, man. It was like, we fought like cats and dogs, believe it or not.
You think fondly of her, I know that.
My first girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah, I talk about her a lot. She's cool, actually. No, I'm not even going to say what's going on.
Say what?
No, Gary knows.
All right, we'll leave it.
We're not going to bring it up yet, I don't think. Right, Gary? We got to keep that quiet.
We're working on it. We're working on a little
thing.
retrospective of Ronnie's life.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Did your shrink comment on the mustache at all?
I haven't seen him yet. I'm going to see him on Thursday.
Do you think he will? Or she will?
I don't have a she. I could never deal with that, man.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't think I could talk to a lady shrink.
Why?
I don't know. Unless she was a stripper, I couldn't talk to her.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we got down and dirty with Ronnie Mund and the squirting, which he still believes isn't urine, and there was a big argument. And then to clarify things, Lisa G came in to talk about her wild past. A lot of craziness on this wrap-up show.
Benji and Shuli are in here. As I said before, congratulations to Lisa about releasing the book. But I think Lisa is up against it here because for so long she's, had a certain persona. And now with releasing this book and revealing this other side, a lot of people are skeptical. And even if she's telling the truth 100% in her book, I think a lot of people aren't going to believe it based on the time spent here. Do you guys think that's fair?
What do you mean? Like, I think it's fair if people don't believe it. It's up to them, but it doesn't seem crazy to me. She didn't want to reveal that side of her here, and she was more comfortable doing it in a book.
So now that it's out there, does it make you think of Lisa any differently?
I guess a little bit. Like just that you are aware of that past.
Right, but just
that
because
she was a whore.
Well, I don't know if she said that, but she did say she was
a cookie whore, Benji.
Swinging from chandeliers, and she did some drugs. But the mistake I thought Lisa made today with Howard is talking about how she used to be a workaholic, because Howard does not want to hear that.
That's like when you first start dating a girl, and the first thing she goes, "Oh, I used to be a slut." But
right. I used to do everything in bed.
Shuli, how is it in the newsroom back there with the big book release?
It's a bit surprising to us because, we've worked with Lisa since the beginning, and I have yet to see any of these, even an inkling of a sign of any of this being a part of her past. I've dropped cocaine in front of her. Nothing has fazed this woman, so it's very surprising.
I sense some doubt in your voice there, Shuli.
It's just I've known Lee since we started here, and some people you can meet and you go, all right, I could see them doing blow back in the day, or I could see them being a bit of a mess. I just can't see Lisa ever getting crazy. Like, I just don't see her as a crazy wild person.
Well, maybe when she was that age, she was that crazy person, and she's since, changed up a little bit. And I
think there's some people, even at a young age, that are already old and structured. Not old, but just, on top of their shit. You know what I mean?
Is this killing John Lieberman?
Yes. John is ready to explode any day now. You'd have to ask John about this. They have a nice little rivalry going on in the newsroom between those two.
But why is it like jealousy of the book, or what's it?
No, not at all.
Well, John, you should come down and speak for yourself. I don't want Shuli to reveal anything that he shouldn't be revealing unless he wants to. Shuli,
I'll let listen. If they want to start the dance off, I have no problem playing the music for them.
Well, the whole newsroom is more than welcome to come down to discuss this. But when you tell Howard that you're not a workaholic and you're not working hard, and then you're doing all these, like going on the Today Show, whatever else. Not a good combo. And Robin and Howard both, you got to credit them. They came in, sort of congratulate Lisa and let her have her moment, which I think is a really nice thing to do, versus bringing her in just a goof on her. And that didn't happen. So I guess we'll see what happens with the book. The other thing, Shuli, while you're here, although I may want to wait on this because I would like Ronnie to be here, of course, was Dr. Fish calling in and talking about his experiment, which I know you were a big part of. But apparently, he took the sample, studied it. It's clearly urine, and clearly Ronnie's mind has not changed at all.
to quote Ronnie, because I talked to him about this when this first came up. I told him, I'm like, dude, it's piss, and he just got so upset about it. He didn't want to believe it. And to quote him in one of the interviews I did with him after the show, he says, and I quote, "I don't care if it's shit coming out of there. I enjoy it, they enjoy it, and that's that."
Yeah, the defense he's taken is, hey, it's sex. We're having a good time, and who cares what it is?
Well, first of all this guy potentially proved was, what's her name?
Lexi Love. That
Lexi Love, what she put out of her body at that moment might have been urine. It doesn't prove that it doesn't exist.
Right, it's a sampling. Of one particular person.
Exactly. And
if the guy didn't have a real job, he could do this all day. Just test one chick after
another. And people
another.
who have done that are in the field, say that there is something different than urine that comes out of a female's body for some females when they orgasm. Here's the other crazy thing. You guys are like, oh, Ronnie, you're actually getting piss in your face. Let's say it was, quote, female ejaculate.
Mm-hmm.
Is that then? Oh, well, then that's okay.
I wouldn't say it's okay. It's different.
It's better than piss.
But
I would
say. Why? It's just
society has deemed that it's okay to go down on a woman not to drink her urine. Don't ask me why.
But why to you? When you're saying, oh, if Ronnie convinced you that it was female ejaculate that he was swallowing, then you wouldn't have a problem with it.
Again, we're off to we veered off the runway into the vortex. It's urine. It's not about whether I would or wouldn't want to. The point is, Ronnie said
it was not proven it was urine.
The point is, Ronnie said it's not urine, it's ejaculate, and the guy said it's not. That's the point.
And he didn't prove it at all.
How? How did he not prove it?
How did he not prove it?
Okay, if I say white people can dance well, and I take one can't dance well, and I take one white person, they don't dance well.
You know that's not a good thing to do because that you can't do that scientifically. You can't send a white person.
This isn't science to take one person.
You can't send a white person to a lab to see if they can dance.
So something. Right. But Garrett, this is not to take one person. All it's potentially proved is what she put out of her body at that moment was urine.
So you're saying we need a larger sampling?
Yeah, Benji's saying the sample size is too small.
And I'm saying people who have done it experimentally say that's something different than urine.
But Benji, it could be 1 million women, and if it all came up urine, I still think that Ronnie will believe what he believes. That's the point I'm trying to make.
By the way, Benji, what's the number of women I need to test for you to be convinced it's urine? 10, 100, 1 million?
No, something like that. I don't know what the kind of established numbers are, but probably about 30,000.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of time or money.
But it's been done, and it's been done.
I think that you should go write someone to see if you can get
Masters and Johnsons.
Get a grant. See if you can get a grant.
It's been done.
I know it's been done.
And they say it's not urine.
All right, well, I want to continue this argument, but I want to continue it when Ronnie gets down here. So in the meantime, let's talk to Brandon in Ohio. Brandon, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. How's it going? I love the show.
Hey, Brandon.
I, too, was disgusted by what Ronnie said. Basically him and Benji, I guess, are piss drinkers. Would you agree with that?
No, because they both insist that it is not urine, but some type of female ejaculate. So they don't think they're drinking piss. Now, they may not mind drinking piss, but in this instance, I believe they feel they're drinking cum coming out of a woman.
That's an excellent question, by the way. Have either of you accidentally swallowed or tasted someone else's urine?
Or your own.
Or your own.
Yeah, sure.
So that doesn't bother you?
Yeah, it would. It would.
But why?
Because I think there's something, I don't think it's a logical thing, but there's something illogical about it that it's a little gross.
But so you just answered the question you threw at me about 5 minutes ago.
Right, but I'm saying it's not logical.
It's all about the delivery process. If a chick is peeing into a cup and then hands it to you, you're going, that's piss, I'm not drinking it. In the course of having sex and urine comes out like that, then it's not piss. Then they're okay with it.
What the fuck do you know?
Ronnie, what do you know?
Ronnie did.
What do you know?
I know that's piss that's been blasted in your face.
You tested it for one kind of thing.
That's what Benji was saying. Ronnie, so Dr. Fish's study
Mund
did
over here.
nothing to change your mind at all?
No, absolutely not.
So
just because Lexi Love might have pissed that day doesn't mean that it's not.
But Ronnie, she peed before. She peed before the test. Okay, she peed into a cup. He has a cup filled to the top of her urine. Then her bladder was empty. She went, did the squirting, and it showed that it was urine.
No, now you just said her bladder was empty. If her bladder was empty and she just peed before,
and it filled back up. It filled back up.
Hold on,
time out, guys. Let me
you know what? The two of you are full of shit.
Hold on, Joe. Shirley, can I tell the story you told me this morning?
Absolutely.
So Shirley tells me he gets a phone call yesterday from Ronnie's significant other.
It was today, actually. Today after, yeah.
And she has a lot of questions about this test. Why was it only tested for urine? Why wasn't it tested for glucose? Why wasn't it tested for a lot of other things? And finally, when Julie leaned on her, Ronnie told her to call him.
Yeah, she said, "Well,
yeah, because she knows about this shit. She works with fucking blood and stuff.
She works at an animal hospital.
Yeah, okay. So she works with piss.
So where's she an expert in squirting if you work at an animal hospital?
You're a jerk, man.
I'm just asking.
You're a fucking newsman. What do you know?
I'm not
How
even
are you
a newsman.
testifying?
All right.
How are you testifying?
I'm not a newsman.
Those questions are good. Are there substances produced that aren't normally produced in urine?
Listen,
supposedly, yeah.
Hold on. Let me go back for a second, Ronnie. I understand Stephanie called in and said what she said, but let me ask you this: what are the differences between whatever you've experienced and urine? Like, is there something that you know clearly it's not piss? I'm not saying you drink piss all the time, but
I don't drink it. First of all, let's get that straight.
Okay, and whenever you,
what do you do with it?
Yeah,
a goggle it.
No, but what do you
bathe in it?
What do you do with it for real?
What do you think? I put it in a cup and drink it?
No, but
if I get a shot in the mouth, I get a shot in the mouth.
Right, so you're willing to ingest it. That's fair to say?
I ingest it, but doesn't mean I swallow it.
All right, so when you get...
Whoa. So you're like a sink spitter?
Yeah.
Could be.
So when you get the shot in the mouth, what does it taste like?
I don't know what the fuck it tastes like.
What's the consistency of it? Is it all... is it
It's
like,
liquid.
Is it
thicker?
Is it gooey? Is
it feels
just...
a little thicker to me than my piss.
How do you know what that? How do you know what that feels like?
Which tastes worse?
I mean, I see what it looks like. When you piss in a cup, you see. Oh Jesus,
Will Murray.
When you piss in a cup, it looks a little different.
Will Murray, you back Ronnie on this?
Oh yeah, I'm a big believer in squirt.
He's just as angry as Ronnie about this.
Yeah, no, I'm passionate.
He really
about
is. I was told this morning.
And most people that I've talked to that have had a squirt experience, they'll tell you, yeah, it's not piss.
It's not.
It's not.
So is this an instance where the people who don't believe simply haven't experienced that?
I don't know who Dr. Fish is, by the way. I don't know his credentials.
He's actually a doctor.
Well, there's actual doctors that say it's real, too, so it's hard to tell.
You've all given oral sex. When a woman, you feel there's wetness down there, right?
Sure.
Where's that produced by? I mean, there's things that cause wetness, right?
Absolutely. But that volume of quote-unquote ejaculate is not ejaculate. That's what he was saying. And the test, and when he dropped off both samples, it's not that he said, just test this for urine. There's a full line of tests that are being done on these fluids.
That's not what he said. He said he came up with one
It came back with urine. It came back.
No, I heard
the
this
levels.
His premise was there was a creatine or something, some creatine, something word like that was in it, and he says this is only produced by urine.
Right.
Diane, can you clear things up here on the wrap-up show?
Hello?
Hi.
Is that me?
That's you.
Hi. I just want to tell you, Will, thank you for sticking up for Ronnie. Women come when they have orgasms.
That's right.
And when they're hot, they also, I mean, how do none of you guys know that a woman, when she's hot, she's already pre-lubricating to have sex with a guy, and it's not pee. It's not.
Diane, here's a way I don't know. I've been with a reasonable amount of women in my life, and none of them have ever squirted, so I have not had exposure to a squirter to know. That's what I'm basing it on.
I'm not talking about Ronnie's poor choice of words.
No, but Diane, what you're saying is, how could you not know that a woman isn't coming? Of course I know when a woman's having an orgasm.
And Gary, you've been squirted on before. It was in studio.
Right as I.
Right.
I had a buddy in college that got knocked up by a girl that squirted.
I just think, Ronnie,
so you got pissed on is what you're saying. You got pissed in the eye, right?
I totally believe that.
You got pissed in the eye.
I absolutely believe that I got pissed in my eye.
Do you think the girls are intentionally peeing when they do it?
I think that the girl that was yes, I do think that. You know who told me that? You know who told me that he thinks it's urine of all people? Al Goldstein. He used to do a show, and he did a show with squirters. And one day I just said to Al, I go, Al, what's the deal with the squirters? He goes, it's fucking urine.
It's just a ditch urine.
And there's other girls that have said that they actually douche with water, like they fill up with water specific. Like no one's denying that women get wet down there, but when they're blasting somebody like a civil rights march with a fire hose, then something's up and it's not legit.
Yeah, these guys never experienced a good fucking.
I've been with a
orgasm
squirter.
With a chick.
I've been with a squirter.
Yeah, okay.
Ronnie, that's what I was.
You never pulled your cock out and had nice fucking cum all over it.
Oh, God, dude.
Ronnie, that's what I was going to ask you. Not that, but
the Playboy Channel call. They don't even want this show.
But I wonder, Ronnie, do you feel that it's people who don't have a lot of experience, who aren't very good at this, are the ones who saying it's urine?
No, I don't think they know what they're talking about because I don't think they look at their dicks when they pull them out when they're done. What's all over your dick?
Here's
What's all over your dick?
Here's what fascinates me about you.
I'm being serious.
Wouldn't what you?
That's the scary part.
Wouldn't what you just ejaculated be all over you when you pull out, or like what do you think it is?
What do you think? Girls don't come when you come at the same time?
I didn't say that.
You got major issues if you don't believe that either.
I didn't say that.
Holy
I'm
crap!
saying
You guys are messed up.
He didn't say that.
I didn't
Ronnie.
say that.
You're creating your own vortex here.
And are you the only one who has these sexual experiences?
No.
I mean, okay.
Well, maybe I am around here. I don't know.
Lisa,
Does everybody the way everybody talks, you think that the way people talk about sex around here with certain things, you think it's so fucking dirty.
Like what?
No.
What do you think people feel you do is
when you
dirty?
guys talk about anal around here, oh my God, you pull your dick out and you might have shit on the tip of it. Big fucking deal. So
man, right here.
That just means the girl had a good time.
Wash it off.
Punch your time card and go to work.
When you step in dog shit, do you clean your shoes off? Yeah.
No, you lick it off.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Somebody once said to me, if you're going to play in the mud, you're going to get dirty.
Have a good time in life, for God's sakes.
Lisa, normally I would not bring you into this conversation.
Oh, she's
speaking of dog shit.
She's promoting the book now. She can't talk about
Ronnie,
this.
hold on. I want to talk to Lisa. Lisa, come here for a second. Today, Howard and Robin had you to celebrate the release of your book. Congratulations on that. But today, and in the book, you reveal a different side to you that you've kept quiet here for a very long time.
Yes.
How did that feel? Because now people, when they read your book, are going to know, like you said, a lot of sexual experiences. You're swinging off chandeliers.
I want to meet these guys.
You're doing cocaine. I mean, was that a tough thing for you to decide to reveal?
No, not at all. Because all these years when everyone would make fun of me playing the violin or staying home with my cat, I'd always say, if they only knew how hard a job that was for me to just be okay with myself and to enjoy staying in and having really good friends and having a hobby. I didn't know how to do all that. I knew was going. I kept going and going and going and going and going.
Do you regret those days?
No. What's done is done.
Do you understand why people here are surprised when they hear all this stuff? Because we know you as the way you are now.
It's the total opposite now.
Although I guess Gary might have known you back in that day.
I knew Lisa back then, but I didn't see any of this going on. I tried to think to myself about, like, how come I didn't try to hook up with her back then? And
really?
No, because
I was too busy running after other guys.
My impression was she didn't give off the vibe. She certainly was pretty enough. I don't think she just gave off the vibe. And so if there's 5 pretty girls standing there and one looks like they're up for it, and I'm not going to work hard.
Lisa, what is
22?
What does cocaine taste like?
I just remember I enjoyed it.
But what do you mean? How does it taste? It has a distinct taste. Do you remember?
Oh, well, I know. I remember I would enjoy feeling numb on my gums. I remember that. I remember, I just remember feeling like needing to be awake because I was always tired from the morning hours. So I didn't mind it at all. It was fun.
Are the guys in the newsroom giving you a hard time, or are they being supportive?
No.
Why are you looking at me? I didn't do anything.
No. I mean, they didn't know any things about these stories until just now.
I heard rumors that Lisa back in the day would, do a line off her cat's tits and stuff, but I never believed it.
Like, all along, though, Shuli, I would say, I used to do that. I used to do that. But I don't think they believed me.
You never hooked up. You never hooked up with a guest. All your time working on all these shows. No. Certainly they would have hit on you.
No,
you never hooked up with Flavor Flav or anything like that. Nothing.
No.
I see
crazy
the way
shit
they
like.
look at her when they come up here, Gary, and they see her. They all remember her. They all come and give her a hug. How you don't end up doing a night of blow with Flavor Flav is beyond me.
I got stories I'm not even allowed to tell on the air because of my wife, and I'm not nearly as good looking as you are.
Well,
you got to have a story.
No, I didn't. They were, one was married, one guy I met at a radio station years ago, but that was when I was in college going into my early 20s, excuse me. And so that was the issue. I was picking, it didn't matter that they were guests or in the radio, they were unavailable. And so I knew how to pick the wrong ones, the bad ones.
Wait, Gary, are you saying, did she have any like famous guy?
Well, none of that. Famous guys, one night stands, fucking in the bathroom, fucking on a desk, any of that crazy shit.
You
fucking
do know
at work,
the book, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, in a car.
Come on. Cars, that's what it was 15. That's where I was fucking when I was trying to say where to fuck.
Some guy tried to spank me. I wasn't into that. Like I said, it's more about my emotions going through all these things. How I'd pick guys that weren't available, and yet I'd run home after a night of sex and drinking and drugs and bake them cookies in hopes that they would fall in love with me. So it was a waste of my time because I didn't love myself.
Hey, we've been here about 7 years, right?
Yep. 7.5.
Are you comfortable to say, have you been sexually active at all during these 7 years?
Yeah, I've said that on the air.
As the only...
Well, no, but have you been?
Yeah,
she said she is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, are you in a relationship now?
No.
When's the last time you were in a relationship?
Oh.
You haven't been in a relationship since we've been here.
No.
But
I've been dating. But I'm fine with that.
I am too. But
you're in a relationship.
No, I'm fine with you dating. But what I'm saying is, do you still have just casual sex at all?
Not as casual as I used to, but if I'm, it's a different mindset now because I feel that I'm in more control about how I feel. If I like this person, is this okay? As opposed to what I did when I was younger, and there was no thought process. I would just jump into bed with someone because I thought, oh, I hope he likes me. So there is a big difference.
Do you have a booty call list? Do you have guys you could call if you wanted to hook up?
No, not now. No.
In the 7.5 years, over or under 3 guys, have you banged more than 3 guys in 7.5 years that we've been here?
No.
Under.
Yeah, I'm taking the under.
Yeah, no would be an under.
I'm taking the under.
But that's not
Including
what the story's
time.
about.
Taking under
Well,
one.
Lisa, as the only woman in the room, you've heard Ronnie talk about this squirting, and he does not believe it's urine. Will agrees. Shuli, Dr. Fish, they're all saying it is urine. What's going on down there? Can you clarify?
Well, I wouldn't fall into that category, but I don't see it as something else. I don't know enough about it physically to really make a comment about that. So I don't know. I mean, I was here when that happened to Gary, so I didn't think it was urine at that time. No, with the what were they called? The effing machines or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
It'd be so great if you had a picture in your book of you squirting.
The belt sander with a bunch of tongues on it.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate, Baba Booey. On Monday's wrap-up show, we discussed how Benji was busy over the weekend at the big Anthony Weiner press conference, making a whole scene out there. Benji came in and he was torn between the fact that he hated what he did, but he loved the attention. Lisa G talked about their trip together. Steve Langford talked about how much he loved the whole thing. It was great. Here's how it went.
We're talking about the Anthony Weiner press conference for his resignation, what Benji did, and Howard's reaction to it. Do you think Howard liked what you did?
I think. Listen, I don't like a lot of what I did, and I think Howard probably enjoys the whole, all the hoopla about it and everything, and I think if you look at it, like the video, it's funny. It's like there's funny theatrics to it, but I don't know how much it bothers him, but to me, it's like I don't like the fact what I did. Like I interrupted his speech. Like people are just as mad about the first press conference, But I'm fine. I did it at the proper time, and like when he was taking questions, I was told he wasn't going to take questions at this, and when people started shouting, I was like, this is my opportunity. Otherwise, I'm not going to get one.
See, I think you're being too hard on yourself. I think Howard's biggest issue is, I think first of all, he's giving you a lot of latitude as a comedian, saying, "Hey, you got to try stuff to make stuff happen." And I think his biggest complaint was that you couldn't be heard well enough, rather than that you did it at all.
Well, you can. I mean, on our video, you can hear it,
right? But you couldn't if you were watching. It just sounded like a guy screaming. But it's not your fault. You took a shot at it.
Right, but like that's the well, I guess we have different problems with it then. Like I just whether it's funny or not, I think it was wrong for me to do in that manner.
And the other person,
and it came across as like, which first of all, it came across as like that. I was like, oh, I'm gonna get Anthony Weiner. There's nothing about that. I don't think what he did was a big deal, like to the public sphere. It's a big deal to him and Huma and everything.
I know it comes across. It almost comes across like Benji's one of those like right wing nuts who's looking to take him down.
Which is
like
funny
you're in trouble when Ann Coulter's your biggest supporter.
Well, I think a lot of people she liked it. I'm assuming for the wrong For I just think it was funny. It's ridiculous that we're like making such a big thing about this.
But you seem to all throughout today. I wouldn't say you're apologizing, but you keep saying you did it wrong, but you wouldn't have had the opportunity unless the other guy.
And a better thing would be to just have not done anything at all.
See, I'm looking at
I do love it. I can't, I'm not going to deny it. I love every fucking tweet, every fucking newspaper article I was in when they got things right.
Your photographs on homepages of major websites.
Look mean and stuff like that.
You held your own press conference.
Right. That all stuff was fun, and I love that, but it's not what I did that caused that. I feel I have a real problem with, and I'm embarrassed about, and I have to figure out, like, I can't do shit like that I'm going to regret.
See, here's what I enjoyed more about it. I thought Anthony Weiner came down, read a statement, had his eyes down, people started yelling, never took his eyes off the page. I felt like he was going to come out, read that statement, and leave no matter what. And whatever anybody said wasn't going to make a difference. I enjoyed the aspect of how upsetting it is to the press and how there's this unwritten law that the press thinks everybody has to abide by, that they think is an actual law. Like, if you could take them to press court, if you could take Benji to press court, Benji would be put in jail for life.
Right. Well, they were saying we spent 4 hours here, we waited for this moment, and you ruined it. Meanwhile, you weren't the one who yelled out the pervert comment. Someone else did. Howard clarified that today.
Which I hate that, because I wasn't like, I don't.
But I knew right away that wasn't you. You could tell it was a different tone of voice. But I just love that the press is angry at Benji that he fucked up an already circus-like atmosphere.
Well, that's the thing. You look at the reason why you're all there in the first place. Granted, you have an official resigning, but when you get into the story, it's ridiculous to begin with.
You know what I realized it was like? Because there's a scene like in Animal House, like the parade scene,
right?
Where they take over the parade, and that's to me like one of the most hilarious scenes I've ever seen. Where they're like they lead the band the wrong way. They're throwing marbles. They break up the float. That in my head was what was going on. But in reality, it's wrong, like, to destroy someone's parade.
What was your intent going down there? To ask questions?
Oh yeah. And I even said God, I don't even know if we're gonna get in. No, it was to do those questions. But then when we got there, we were like, they were circular around. He will not take any questions. He will not take any questions.
It's funny too. Like Howard always says, when Richard and Sal make phony phone calls, and then they say we're going to call the police. Howard's like, you can't have a show where you tell people to call in and then say you're going to arrest people because you don't like the calls. If you're saying people can call in, so if you hold a press conference, unless did they check your credentials at the door?
No.
So if they're going to let anyone into a press conference, there's always the expectation that not everyone's going to behave, the way the redcoats did.
Of course, but that doesn't mean it's right if someone does it. And I don't think it's,
I would be very pissed off if we were out doing a live remote. I would be very pissed off if somebody busted up our remote and started screaming and yelling. We'd handle it a different way. We've had that before. We have handled it.
We have people killed.
No, but we've handled it a different way. Listen, we were in London and we were doing, somebody was singing a song parody, and this girl who was drunk climbed over like this wall where we were she was so furious. So I started to go after her to push her back, and Howard waved me off, and he's giving me the signal, give me a microphone. He tells the guy to stop singing, and he goes over, what's the matter with you? She's like, you go back to America, That's brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, Howard wasn't upset by it. He's like, here's content. So everyone handles it a different way. The way we are on the show. If that happened while we were doing our show, Howard would say, hey, what's going on? Why are you doing this? You know, try to talk to somebody.
During the break, Benji, we were talking about how you seem to be very apologetic and regretful for what you did, yet you also want to enjoy the glory and attention that came from it.
Well, yeah, I do. Like, I can't deny that I enjoy the positive people saying, oh, my God, that was so funny. So I do enjoy people saying that, but I regret that I did it in the manner I did it. I think it, looking back, if I could erase it and none of this would have happened, because I would erase it.
See, I don't think you have anything to apologize for in the sense that you weren't the first one to heckle and you weren't the only one to heckle. You were just the loudest and most recognizable person who heckled.
I don't think in the scheme of things I did that big of a violation, but it was wrong. And I'm so anti-heckling. I mean, maybe if it was like a Hitler or something like that, and that's the only way you can fight back. But in a situation like this, where it came across that I'm being a bully to Wiener, that's not what I intended. It was supposed to be. We were all supposed to have fun and laugh, and I thought he was going to laugh too. So.
Why did you think he was going to laugh?
I don't know. I'm teasing about that.
Lisa, is there an unwritten rule amongst the press about what Benji did, or what? And anybody comes, like, are you supposed to follow certain protocol?
Yeah, I definitely felt like it was old school media against new school media.
How do you mean?
Because the people who were there with the iPhones and the laptops, they weren't complaining. They were jumping right in on the action. They just turned everything around. You have these old-time news people with their big cameras on, locked into these stilts, these sticks.
Tripods.
Yeah, so they can't move, and they're all locked into this one soundboard. So everything they need from that news conference, they felt Benji got in the way of. And I was laughing the whole time, from the cab to the Senior Citizen Center where the press conference was held. While we were in the cab, this is what you didn't hear, Benji was getting a little motion sickness, so I had to write down the questions for him. We were coming up with questions like, are you 7 inches erect, and things like that for the whole cab ride. And then we're on Ocean Parkway, and we don't know where we are. So Benji sticks his head out of the window to a young couple in a car and says, "Excuse me, which section of Brooklyn are we in?" And the couple yells out, "You're in Jewland." I mean, it was bizarre from the time we got in the cab all the way to the news conference.
But the great Lisa is I said this to her before, anything you say, she's very sweet and she just cracks up at anything.
You were funny.
I was like, this cab is so yellow. And she just cracks up.
No, you were funny because we were writing the questions.
You're saying Lisa's a good audience?
She's great. She's very sweet, and it was very nice to have her there. And also, he's a new camera guy. He's not allowed to talk, but Rob Martin, I think is his name. Rob.
Why is he not allowed to talk?
I don't know. He's not allowed to talk when he's on camera, when he films you.
Oh, right.
He's like sort of the fly on the wall kind of thing. But he's our new. He was great. He
then
came too.
you noticed that Benji was getting nervous. And then I got nervous because I was right behind him, because if they were tackling him and he was going down, I was going down with him because I was this close to him. But thankfully, the security guards, the cops, were really nice.
See, I feel bad for Wiener, even though he brought this all on himself. And if I would have lived in his district, I would have voted for him. And I sort of, like I said, I know him a little bit, which is weird because, when I was at Jimmy Fallon, he was walking by and he saw me and he stopped in the dressing room and said hello. I have a feeling he won't be saying hello to me anytime soon, which is, I'm sort of collateral damage.
Just 2 weeks ago, or?
No, when I did Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, okay.
Back in December. But I played hockey with him a couple times, and he's even emailed me a couple times. I'm pretty sure I'm on the shit list as collateral damage from you, but that's the part, that's what happens when you work on the show.
You have his email?
I do. But he's never texted me. I was going to send him a note several times during this just to say, hey, I'm sorry for what you're going through. And I just thought that, I don't know. It's sort of like about me, not about him. It's sort of ego. And I was like, he doesn't need to hear from, if Bill Clinton sends him a note, that's one thing. But he sent me a really nice note when my dad passed away. Sent me a really nice guy.
Well, also him being, he's a fan of the show. This probably comes as even though it's happening to him, he has to expect it.
But again, when you're a fan of the show, it's almost like you want to go, I'm a fan of the show. Don't fuck with me.
But the thing is, I hope a part of him, if he has a sense of humor, realizes I don't think him tweeting. That's his business.
Well, Benji, you saw the statement that Benji released. Benji's done way worse.
Yeah, I don't think he's thinking about that, though, Benji. No offense to you. I think he's thinking
got
about...
a great build. Why not show it if you look
I think it's hard to go home to your wife and go, honey, I was just texting.
Steve Langford, I see you lingering over there. What's on your mind?
John, I just don't understand how any reporter could complain about what Benji did at that news conference.
Why is that?
Because it was great material.
Okay, so Steve, you used to work at what's the most, I don't want to use the word legitimate, but the most conservative news organization you ever worked for?
I was a hostage at MSNBC for 2 years.
So you're at MSNBC, and MSNBC sent you out to cover the story.
Right.
So if you're there to get tape of wiener, does it bother you when this goes down,
or
do you think this is as good of a story?
This is gold. This is.
But why?
Because it's wild stuff. I mean, look. I mean, even the New York Times on Friday basically had Benji in the lead headline. I mean. The New York Times realized in chaotic scene, Weiner quits seat in scandal's wake, vulgar shouts during announcement in Brooklyn. They got it.
But as a quote-unquote straight newsman, aren't you there to get Weiner's resignation and his reaction?
You're there to record and report on what happened. And what Benji did was news, and it was very exciting.
I think my struggle with it is I violated Weiner's rights. I don't think what happened. I don't think I violated the reporter so much. I violated his right to give a speech in a forum that without being interrupted.
But Howard made a great point. You did, but Weiner could also have gone on television on a one-on-one type of thing. He didn't have to have a press conference.
Yes,
he chose to have the press conference.
But that's like saying a woman doesn't have to walk. I'm giving you an exaggerated situation. She doesn't have to walk out 3 a.m. in a short dress.
Well, no, there's a difference because one is a rape and a crime, and one isn't.
Mine wasn't that big of a thing, but morally, it was wrong.
Did you see the New York Times blog? It said, every media circus needs a clown. And I think, Benji, for the reporters who were there who got it, they were enjoying it. There were very few. Maybe, the woman from the New York Times, Ashley Parker, she got it. I don't know if you read her blog. And everyone else, they're, we're news snobs. Like, they didn't get it. You're disrupting us. So, I think Benji held his own.
Have you guys heard Lawrence O'Donnell seems to love it whenever it happens?
MSNBC on Thursday night. Lawrence O'Donnell, 8 p.m. on that cable news network, practically featured Weiner and Bronk for the first 15 minutes.
If you were so concerned about being wrong and doing the wrong thing, why do it?
Well, it sort of seems like a joke, but I was serious. I tweeted out. I realized I was sort of doing the same thing that Weiner does. I was, even if I feel it's wrong, I was like, I got to do this. I got to do this because I'll get love, I'll get laughs, and it'll be so great. But as it was happening, at the press conference before he's giving his speech, I waited till about 2 or 3 minutes in to do it. I keep turning to Lisa G. I don't know. I don't want to be a dick about this. I don't want to be a dick, but I don't want to lose my opportunity to do this.
So Lisa pushed you into doing it?
No, not at all. Not one bit. Not one bit. She was not one bit.
Hey, it's Sal Governale, everybody. And on Tuesday's wrap-up show, we discussed me talking about my future. Am I coming out with a CD after the show was over? And am I writing the premises now? Of course not. I was drinking, and I misquoted myself. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to properly explain it to you in a proper manner on the wrap-up show, which you're about to see right now.
What I want to start off with, and the guys I know right now, they're in the middle of a prank call, but they are going to come down, is Sal and Richard. What happened was Sal and Richard were doing a meet and greet out in California. Now, I don't think they did any comedy. I don't think they did any performing. It was just literally spend some time with Richard and Sal, and believe me, that's well worth the money. Plenty of entertainment there. And when those guys are up in front of a crowd, Sal more so than Richard, I'd say, they'll always answer a question. They will never say, I don't know. They will never be at a loss for words. And Sal commented how he, and I want to make sure I get this right, They're personally working on premises for original prank calls after the Howard Stern show ends, which is basically saying we're taking all our good ideas and we're saving them, so when Howard hangs it up, we could put out a CD and do really well. And I don't think Sal, shockingly, realized what he was saying as he was saying it, and Howard pointed it out, and Sal said that he misquoted himself, which is a very difficult thing to do, and then explained how the present premises are for now, but the premises after Howard retires are for later. You know what, Ted? I think I pulled that. Would you hit clip number 1?
It's news to me that all these premises are for after you retire because we're using them now.
Right.
Well, that was the point I was trying to make.
That was the point you were trying to make.
Well, the present premises are for now, but the premises after you retire are for later.
What?
So there are premises.
Premises will be written after you retire. That's what I would try to say, that once you retire, we're going to compile a list of premises and put together possibly.
That's not what you said.
I know. Well, that's where I fucked up.
You really did, man. I mean, what happened to you in there?
Story of my life.
Well, did you hear the clip played back, with the clip that Howard played about what you said at the meet and greet?
I put my fingers in my ears. I refused to listen. I just went, boo.
But how did you find out about what you had said? And did you realize what was going to happen once Howard heard that clip?
No, I had no idea.
Because you're going to blame the alcohol?
No, I mean, I was drunk, but I didn't put it together properly. That was the problem right there. I totally screwed up on how without sounding like my apology, how I presented what I wanted to say. And it was just messed up.
What were you trying to say?
The same thing I told Howard. What I was trying to say is that a lot of people asking me, what are you going to do once the show is over? What are you guys going to do? We really don't know. But a thought was that we could come out eventually with a prank call CD where we would put together a whole bunch of premises and whatnot and ideas, and we'd put them into gear, and then we'd make this CD.
But you said you were working on. You said you had premises already,
right? And that's where
which I thought sounded very shady.
I agree.
No, I'm being serious.
I agree with you 100%. I don't know if you're using shady based on last week, what Howard said.
No, it's just shady based on shady. What?
I had a cough. So anyway,
it did come across as shady, Sal.
I agree 100%, but it's quite obvious and quite apparent that everything that I do, as we all know, as I work here, we're constantly thinking, we constantly have a think tank going. As a matter of fact, I was just applying a premise today with Richard Christie. We just did another Tradio prank call that we were in the process of doing. That's why I was a little late here. So yes, after the show's over, we have to come up with premises and then come up with a prank call. I should have said it that way, but I made it seem like I'm doing it at the moment, which makes no mistake, makes no sense because I'm here for another 4.5 years.
But what did you mean when you said I'm saving some premises for when Howard retires?
What he said was he's personally working on premises.
Personally working on premises. Right.
Thank you. For original prank calls after the Howard Stern show.
So how would you interpret that?
Exactly how I said it.
No, how would you interpret it if you heard it?
I would interpret it the same way you did.
Right.
Like it sounds like it's present day.
It didn't. You basically said, I've got stuff. That's what it sounded like. That's why Howard got upset.
And I don't blame him. And I would be upset too.
John, do you have the other line?
Sorry. But the thing is.
What was the other line that he had?
You need some water? Are you all right? Here.
No, I'm okay. Yeah, I do need some water.
That's one of his premises, a cough prank call.
Well, I like it when they were called ideas or notions.
Well, Sal did say he misquoted himself. And then later.
This is the one I want to hear.
He said, the present premises are for now, but the premises after Howard retires are for later.
That's exactly it. What's there not to understand?
Everything. Explain that sentence.
The first problem is you're asking me to explain stuff that I said. Half of the time I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. That's the mistake right there.
You were in deep backpedaling stockbroker mode when Howard got you on the ropes.
I really wasn't because I knew it was being taped. I knew it was an open forum. I have nothing to hide. I just didn't present it properly. I could possibly not be doing something where I'm saving great ideas. Every idea I have, I present to the show. But we did have the discussion, Richard and I, that after the show's over, we will be writing and putting together, hopefully, a prank call CD.
When you said it that night, did it even click in your head? Or,
not one bit.
So when you heard it this morning, you were like, holy shit. When Howard said Sal did this, did you say to yourself, I wonder what it was I said?
Absolutely. And I'm still thinking, I'm like, I have no idea what I said.
And your buddy over there said it was news to him that you're holding on to these premises because
Right.
you're using them every day.
Right.
Were you trying to defend your pal there? Did you realize like how deep the pool he was in and how he was kind of trying to tread water and get out of it? Or Did you realize what he had said, or were you all messed up too at this
I
thing?
did, and I just let him say it. I don't want to be like a parent and say, Sal, you're not saying the right things. You're all messed up. I just let him say what he says, and then we explain it later. But we work on premises, and the next day we do the calls. We had a premise yesterday for a call, and we were just working on it now.
Hey,
so.
Gary, how did this end up as part of the show? Like,
someone sent it to us.
So did they notice that? Like,
no, they totally noticed it. Somebody said, somebody sent it and said, go to 318, and you'll hear Sal say he's saving ideas for after
Did
Howard
you
retires.
realize at all before this came up that you had misquoted yourself?
Not one bit. Not one bit. Because there was no reason for me to be upset. I had no problem. I came to work with a clear conscience.
So this
Why?
was a total surprise.
Ignorance is bliss.
No, ignorance is not bliss. I wasn't being ignorant. I befuddled my words, so to speak. And that's all I can say. And if you want to believe me, fine. And if you don't, it doesn't matter as well, because I do apply my present day premises and work with Richard Christie here all the time. That's all I think about. My head constantly spins on present day material.
Sal, I don't think anybody was questioning you applying your current premises to your current job.
Right.
The question was, it made it sound like you're setting aside some, or there are others that you're kind of banking for when the show ends, and that's where the problem lies.
I can certainly see that, but I don't know what there could be to possibly bank.
I thought that's what.
I got some pretty good ideas. I think they all start with the N word.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought you were going to say, Sal. I thought you were going to say, look, there are ideas I have, or even ideas I presented that like you don't like, but I think are funny that. I would like to do in the future when I'm representing myself.
That would be a great answer, but unfortunately I'm not smart enough to think that far out and be that specific with them.
I got to tell you the love between Richard and Sal. Richard walks into my office and he goes, "This is all news to me," and I said, "You got to go in," and he goes, "I don't want to throw Sal under the bus." I go, "He's running over you with the fucking bus right now. You got to get in there." Like he was throwing you under the bus.
I wasn't throwing him under the bus.
You were taking him down. It made it sound like both of you were saving these premises.
Well, we are a team. Anything we do together.
So if he said that and Howard took it and get yelled at and you walked in and you got yelled at, would you just take it because you're a team?
Well, yeah. I mean, he misspoke. Sal does that pretty often, and I'll take anything for Sal.
Robert in Texas, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, I just want to point out, Sal knows exactly what he's doing. It's like every time he gets busted now, he plays a stupid card, and it's getting really old. He knows exactly what he's saying. Nobody could be that dumb.
All right. Well, thank you, sir.
Isn't that the part where you go, I could be that dumb?
No, that's a compliment. I'm not that dumb. Usually you get you're a dummy. This guy's saying I'm not that dumb. So
he's saying that you're evil and shady.
Whatever. Anybody can make their own conclusion. That's fine by me. I could care less.
Joe in Carolina, welcome to the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, I got two questions. First one is, do you guys think that Sal is truly shady or just stupid or maybe a combination of the two? And the second question was, when do you guys, Sal and Richard, do you guys get together on the weekend to plan these comedy shows or this plan of action, or do you do this during showtime?
Plan what, like the appearances? No, people.
Yeah,
No, people usually email us, and yeah, we set it up on the weekends. And
did you use congressional?
But do you think that? I think the question he put out there is Sal shady or stupid?
Yeah, well, Sal, how would you define?
That's insulting on both ends. This guy could go fuck himself. I'm not neither shady nor stupid.
You're stupid.
I'm smart enough to get on this show. I'm smart enough to take care of my family. I think I'm very successful at what I do. Everything I've put my mind to, I have succeeded at in every single capacity. So there's the answer for as far as your stupid question is concerned. Because I didn't know that California at one point was a specific spot on the map. You know what? Take that map, shove it up your ass, and shit it through your fucking throat. I could care less. So there goes your stupidity answer.
Answer the shady one.
Shady? Take it any way you want. Am I shady? I don't think so. I've never done anything wrong. I went on this show. I said what I said. I told you what the answer was. I have a clear conscience because I did nothing wrong. I'm obviously here for 4.5 years, and everything I do, I apply to the show. And Gary, I would hope Gary, out of all people, knows that. He knows how determined I am to do the best that I can for the show. And that's my answer. And that's that.
You've never done anything wrong?
Who hasn't?
You just said you've never done anything wrong.
As far as this, as far as that show was related and what I said in a context to putting premises together today for 4.5 years, no. Nothing.
I love, because Sal's gone down this road a million times before. I love when anybody calls him stupid about, book smart stupid. He points out that he was smart enough to get on the show, as if, he had to take a test.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, I asked Scott DePace to come down to talk about evolution and how he feels God is involved. Well, Scott came down, and sure enough, Jason came down. And with Gary here, Will here, Benji here, myself, it got kind of ugly.
Of course, I can't forget Scott DePace saying he believes in evolution as long as God is involved somehow.
But that's not possible, right? You're either a creationist or you believe in evolution. Is there a middle ground?
Yeah, for sure.
What is it?
I mean, there's a million middle grounds. You could say.
No, in other words, if you say either you believe God created the universe or you believe it was scientifically created.
Well, what's scientifically created mean? There's no scientist that will say what the creation is. They'll say from Big Bang onward.
Right.
But what started everything? No one, there's not. I don't think there's any working theories about.
So, do you think that that man was created by God, or that man evolved?
I think I could understand someone believing both. I don't have any definite belief.
I asked what you thought.
I don't have a definite belief. I'm really into the Sumerian belief that aliens came down and genetically changed apes.
All right, Scott. Big vortex.
Scott.
Yes.
Okay, so you believe
Sumerian?
You believe in evolution, but you also believe that God had something. I was confused by your explanation.
I just believe that, first, I don't know. None of us do. But I'm not willing to say that if I believe in God, there's no way God would have something to do with evolution. To me, they seem very obvious that if I believe in God and if it looks like there's evolution, well, maybe God had something to do with it. Right?
That's confusing. Because I think they're separate.
Do you believe in God?
No.
Okay, well, that's fine. Do you believe in God?
I believe there's something out there, but I don't know if I would call it God.
Yeah, I'm probably more with John.
Well,
a higher being of some sort.
Fine. If you don't, all I'm saying is I do believe in God. And I'm not here to defend my religion. I'm not going to say. But if I believe in God, then therefore to me, he could be in charge of anything that happens. He might not. He might. I don't know.
So did God create evolution? Is that what you mean?
Yes, that quite possibly could be what's going on. I don't know.
But you said that you didn't believe that
Oh, God, here he goes. Here he goes. The fat piece of shit. Go ahead.
Wow, let him give him an
I told John specifically I was not interested in coming down
I
here.
didn't know this.
If Jason and John, he said yes, but apparently
God created
he breaks
fat
his word.
people too.
And bald
Apparently
people.
John breaks his word.
And certainly dumb people.
Well,
You
good,
said
now
you didn't want Jason down here.
John
Too
breaks his
scared to
word.
stand next to me?
Good, now we're all even.
Jason, did I invite you down here?
No, Will did.
Yeah, and
Scott, you're
I believe
breaking
you
your
did
word.
because already Teddy, he went down and looked for me, and then he, in the same sentence, looked for Jason.
That's not true.
So he gets his marching orders from you.
That's Teddy didn't. Oh, whatever. You believe whatever you want. But that's what
I
you
saw
do.
right in front of my eyes, you jerk off.
You can't handle standing next to me. What is
No,
wrong
you're
with
just
you?
a piece of shit. I don't want to have a conversation with you.
Well, why don't we see what he has to say?
Go ahead, say it.
Don't be like Ebert. Let the autopsy come
Go
out.
ahead, asshole.
You're so funny.
See, I
Look how
don't
much I
need
bother
this.
you.
I have shit I could be doing right
What,
now.
golfing?
No, I'm working on a graphic,
You
dipshit.
want to do
I'm
more
not
drugs at
golfing
work
this week.
than
All right,
leave?
hold on. Let's
Let's stay on point.
Do more drugs at work and
Jason,
leave
make your
early?
point.
What?
Scott said
Say it
during
again,
the conversation.
Jason. What did you just say?
During the conversation, that you don't believe that we evolved from single cell organisms. That's all I wanted to say. That you said that this morning. So I don't.
What
so it sounds to me like you don't believe in evolution.
What I believe that I said was that I don't believe that we evolved from single cells without God or something else making it happen. I don't believe. Obviously, what the rest of you believe is that there was a big bang, and then there happened to be this little one amoeba, and somehow out of that, all of us were created. I just don't believe that, unless something like that happened by way of God.
So the actual theory of evolution you believe in, just that you think God might be behind it. I don't think that's a weird thought, but that's not what
Thank
you
you.
said on the air
that's
today.
what I tried to say.
Well, you didn't try hard enough.
When you try to explain your theory on evolution, you and Howard kind of got into it, which quickly evolved into you not believing that Bush lied, and it turned into
That's
that.
just it's an illogical thought to think that he did. There's not 1 ounce of evidence that says that he did. There's plenty that says maybe he was wrong, but all of the evidence suggested that there were weapons of mass destruction.
Well, no, there's a differing opinion for sure. That Howard's not the only person that holds an opinion.
They're all illogical.
But that's you talking. That doesn't make you saying they're illogical doesn't make it a fact. It means you disagree.
It's illogical through a political bias is what it is. You guys want to believe that he's some monster, that he went there just so we can die, have our soldiers killed, and steal
oil. You shouldn't say illogical. You should say I don't believe it.
No, it's illogical.
And you don't see it through a political prism?
It's illogical. It is.
But God
There's
is logical.
Not 1 ounce of evidence that someone could point to that he has profited from this. That it's just crazy.
But there's tons of evidence for God. Tons.
It's called faith, jerk off.
Will in Rochester, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. Scott, I'm right on with you on some things, but when you defend George Bush, you sound like such a dummy.
Oh, and you sound so intelligent.
I'm not. I'm
Good.
really not.
Then shut up.
But
so witty.
One of the things that Howard needs to get in line with is I'm in the education field, and the reason a lot of younger people, like the girls, the ages of these girls in the
Miss USA,
is the scientific community is moving away from traditional Darwinism and evolution as we would have known it when we were younger. So even a lot of atheists, like Christopher Hitchens, have come out and admitted that it looks like there might be some form of intelligent design. Not necessarily God, but there's something there. So a lot of younger people are being taught alternatives to evolution, and I think maybe that's where the confusion lies.
I think a lot of younger people are being taught alternatives because I think that the religious right has a stronghold and is insistent that both sides be taught.
But according to Scott's opinion, he's not offering an alternative to evolution. He's saying that evolution is what it is, but it might have been started by God. So that's two different things.
Of course there's evolution. Look at Gary.
Wow. Well, clearly you're not the funny one.
Listen,
bald, dumb, and unfunny is no way to go through life.
Ow! I'm just putting my pants on.
Ooh. I got to laugh at Will. It was fucking dead silence in the room.
Will seems like he wants to be on the side here. But listen, there's plenty of evidence that says...
That's illogical, what you just said.
Totally.
There's no evidence that Will wants to be on anybody's side. It's illogical.
I've seen his face.
If anything, he should want to be on your side. You drive him to golf.
I drive him to golf.
Yeah, you guys go. You're his golf buddy. He and I don't hang out.
We're neighbors.
He gives you video caddy plugs on the wrap.
Hey, Scott, do you believe in
Why am I here,
Scott? I'm not like.
You mean on Earth?
God. Do you believe in a heaven and a hell? Do you have a belief in that?
You mean on Earth?
See, here's the funny thing. I didn't pick a fight with you. You're fighting with him, and then all of a sudden you just wheeled around and lashed out at me. I was discussing with you. I was not arguing with you. You just fucking hit me in the head for no good reason.
Wow,
so of course I'm going to come back.
Sounds like someone sensitive. God, I've been taking shots from all you guys. I say one little thing, and suddenly now you're.
I had a discussion with you. I go, how do you feel about that? Why do you feel that way? I wasn't hitting you.
Hold on, I want to cut to the root of a bigger problem here. First Gary, and then to Scott, then to
the biggest
first
problem
Scott. Hold on.
Why I come on this show?
Why does Jason get under your skin so much? Because
I don't like him. There's nothing about him.
There are a lot of people that you don't like. I'm not you that you just don't like, but we coexist. We get along. We work together.
There is not one part of him that I find appealing that I could.
That's not true. I have a list of 3 things
that I could be. Well, yeah, I made those up for the air. That I could be friends with him about. I hate from his laugh to his self to his just everything about him is revolting.
Did I miss something? Because weren't you guys friends there for a little bit?
No, that was me trying to put
right. And then what happened after that?
And then he is continually an asshole. So I just, that's it.
It's so funny. I really hardly ever think of Scott. You are so consumed with me.
I'm not.
Dude, you don't hate
the only time I think of you is here.
I don't have these kind of feelings towards you. These intense feelings of hatred. Why are you so passionate about me?
Because obviously I'm a lot more likable than you are.
Scott, I'm not joking around. I'm being serious. As someone that believes in God, do you at all look at Jason and say, wow, I
That's
should
the
have
only
some
reason
love
I
for
try to
him.
get
There's
Yeah.
like God created him.
We're all made in God's image, including me.
Did God create Jason?
I don't think so.
God created me.
That's evolution.
To put me on
gone
Earth
wrong.
to fuck with you.
And that's what I don't get,
Yes,
Scott,
you're very
because
funny.
you're a reasonably intelligent guy, okay?
I'm very intelligent, John.
You're a reasonably intelligent
Very
guy.
intelligent.
Okay?
Very.
You know
Better than you.
You know Jason.
My IQ was higher than yours.
Yeah, you've proven yourself over the time. But anyway,
Yeah.
you know Jason's sole purpose is to tweak you and get under your skin and piss you off and interrupt and all the stuff that he's doing. And yet you're not evolved enough, if that's the right word, to block him out and move on.
It's like walking into like a burning house. Like, you don't like doing it, so why do it? Why am I coming in here for no fucking reason?
You've been saying that for the last 20 minutes.
I wanted you in here because I wanted you to clarify what you said about evolution today and the argument you had with Howard. Plain and simple.
And I told you I was willing to do that, but I don't want fat fuck here.
I'm not going to.
You said okay.
No, I'm not going to.
You said okay.
No, I said I'm not.
You said okay.
I'm not a.
You've broken your word.
No. He said. You said.
Will was in the room.
You said if Jason comes in, I'm just going to scream into his mic the whole time.
No,
which would have been hilarious to see. That's why we wanted him in here.
Is that why you said come down here?
Yeah, of course.
So you owe me an apology.
No, that's not true.
Will was there. He was in the room.
I said I do not want him in there, and then I said, realizing you would go back on your word, I said, and if he does,
but I didn't.
You did.
No, Will.
I don't think
you did.
I don't think it was like it was posed that way. It wasn't.
Well, you know what? You're not me. You don't know. I did ask a straight question, and you said okay, and I said, and if he does come down, I'm going to make sure he can't be heard.
You know what's awesome? The back of your head gets as red as the front of your head when you get mad.
This guy's going to put you
I thought that maybe there'd be a difference between the back bald and the front bald, but it's all the same bald. Go ahead, gear up to call me fat again.
With someone
What's the real problem? That you can't do what you really want to do?
Yeah, sometimes I wish I was like 8 and I could just fucking.
Well, you act like it. You want to whine and cry again some more on the air? Come on, Gary, stop being so mean to me. I like that I'm on your rider, by the way. Oh, I don't do radio shows where Jason shows up. I mean, look how obsessed with me you are. I don't care if you're down
I'll
here.
invite Jason to my house one time, and I'll give you the heads up.
I'm ignoring him right now, and it's good. I don't even understand. I don't even hear what he's saying, really. I just hear the big fat mouth going, blah, 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 and nothing's really. It's perfect. Keep going.
I want to ask you one last question. I'm not being inflammatory. I swear to God.
Gary, don't talk to me.
I'm not being. When you leave here, do you, when you get in your car, do you find this upsetting, or are you able to just sort of put it behind you?
Yeah, no, this sort of does set me back for like a half hour until I get, back into Jersey, and then I make my way onto the golf course, and then I go.
He's called me screaming from the car before, like continuing conversation.
Oh, God,
you have
12 years ago.
You've done
a political argument, jerk off.
So another thing.
I thought you were man enough to have a discussion.
I didn't hang up on you. I had the discussion.
No, you
Yes.
cried to Howard the next day.
No, I told him
saying
that it was funny.
That I'm bothering you and you can't get work done.
Oh, Howard, Jason wrote something mean about me on the PDT.
Dude, go on some more.
My son
How many
sees it.
pills you?
Wow.
Man, you must be on a double dose of pills today, aren't you? You're really.
I get my pills from the same guy you do.
Yeah. What do you?
You're just fueling his fire. Don't you know that?
Exactly. What are you on? Lexapro?
You're playing.
Howard, Jason wrote something mean
Scott,
on the
you're
PDT
playing
today.
right into Jason's game. Like,
Dude, I'm not playing the same game. I could care less what he does.
oh, I think I think you care a lot what he does.
Well, I do care, but I mean, I'm not going to change what I do because of him.
You don't cry. Didn't you once go to Doug Goodstein and trying to get me and Will stop being paid from Howard TV because you were upset about the way we treated you one day?
No, never.
Yes, you did. You told me I went right to Doug. And I told him, why are we paying these guys?
Refresh my memory.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that over, though? That was over something.
That was over you screaming at Will over the intercom.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
it was over. You guys weren't doing something you were supposed to do.
Right.
That's what it.
Really,
that's what
Doug
it's about.
did not change anything. But I'm just saying is, if you're going to accuse me of whining and crying, you're the biggest
you
whiner
guys
and
both
crier in the whole
did
fucking
change
world.
because you came back going, "I'm sorry, we'll start doing what we're
they
supposed
wanted
to
to
do."
get paid.
Yeah, exactly.
No, Doug came to me. He's like, "Look, I don't know what Scott's complaining about." He came to me and said he doesn't want you guys to be paid
I was right
anymore.
in front of you,
No, you
jerk
weren't.
off.
We talked in the
Yeah,
green
I
room.
was.
No, you weren't. Now you're just making shit up.
I wish I remember what the fuck we're talking about.
You're not
All
that
right,
smart.
we'll give you a moment to remember. Steve, let's take a break. When
No,
we come
I'm
back,
out of here.
Nah.
No, come on.
Oh, no,
stay.
please, stay.
Scott, don't go.
Please.
I want to get your take on.
I'm out of here.
No, I want to get your take on
No.
on Richard's wedding. If Howard should
Not
go.
if he stays.
And I
If
also
he
want to
stays,
get
I'm
your
out.
take on what Howard learned about his parents today and how anyone feels about
If you
getting that
leave,
information.
Jason wins.
That's right.
Is that how you want it to end?
And the
Jason
terrorists.
wins.
morning, Matt. You're on the air.
Did you hear a wrap-up yesterday?
Yes.
For Ronnie the retard saying that what you did at Jimmy's wedding is no worse than what he did at Bubba's wedding? Let's fuck some whores!
Ronnie, for some reason, is obsessed with me, and well, not for some reason. He's obsessed with me because he sees I'm successful and stuff, and he wants to be me. And he was on the wrap-up show yesterday. I should play you the clip. It's so funny. Ronnie's talking about when he was at Bubba's wedding, how it's the same thing. Like people pushed him up there, and if you remember at Bubba's wedding, Ronnie got up there and started yelling out, "Let's fuck some whores," while little children are in the room.
Right.
So he's saying, well, it's no different than Howard going up at Jimmy's wedding and dancing with Jimmy. First of all, it's completely different. Number one, you're not me. That's number one. It's a huge difference. Number two, I didn't go up and start yelling in front of children to go, let's fuck some whores. I did something that was humorous and something in keeping with the tone of the wedding.
And Bubba was pissed at him for that.
Of course he was. And Jimmy was grateful that I got him out of that. It was at the very end of his first dance, and no one knew how to end it.
So how is it alike? It seems like the outcome was all different.
He's out of his fucking mind. Ronnie has real perception problems, but you got to love it. Makes the show funny, but let me see if I can find wrap up. I think it's Gary page 2. Don't ask what's going on with these pages. I should get paid a lot of money just for remembering what's on what page. Let's see. Here.
Hey, Howard.
Here, wait, I'll play it. I'll come right back to you, Matt. Here, let's listen.
Ronnie, you're another one who gets accused of being, the life of the party, not always in the best way.
Yeah, I know. And I think if I would have done something like that.
By the way, this is calm Ronnie. Like Ronnie not trying to yell. And it's even more disturbing than crazy Ronnie.
That I probably would have caught shit this morning first thing.
Well, I think the difference is that Howard and Jimmy are good friends.
Hey, I was good friends with Bubba, too,
Well, there's a difference between a harmless joke and what you admit that what you were doing at that wedding was out of control. No?
Yeah, I guess. Well, I was dancing.
I hate to spell it out for Ronnie, but people get a lot more excited about seeing me than they do Ronnie.
Well, Ronnie thinks he's you.
Yeah. I did the same thing. I got up there and I said, let's fuck some whores, and it killed. Everybody loved it.
He really did. He really does think that he killed.
Yeah, he really knows how to read a room, Ronnie.
Wasn't I?
No, when you were screaming.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But I had the dancing on his mind.
Wait, but somebody put me up to it, just like supposedly somebody pushed Howard into doing that.
You think it's fair to compare the way you behaved at Bubba's wedding to the way Howard behaved at Jimmy's wedding?
No, but it's the same type of thing where he cut in on a dance, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
All right. And to dance with a guy.
Yeah.
Well, don't you think that was cute? He didn't cut in on a dance. He cut in on the dance.
Yeah.
Right.
At
That's
the
what
end
I mean.
of the dance, yes.
Yeah, but could you imagine, say, for some stupid reason.
Yeah, if you did it, it probably would have tanked. You're right.
Yeah, at Jimmy's wedding.
Yeah, I could imagine Ronnie doing that. And after
At
Ronnie
Jimmy's wedding.
But that's the problem with Ronnie hanging around with me. Once he sees me do something, he tries to do it, but it always goes wrong.
I was invited to that wedding, and I did that. And he was there.
Yeah, it would have tanked.
Well, your relationship with Jimmy is different than Howard's relationship.
I'm not saying that. If it was the same type of relationship.
Because you're so bent out of shape.
I'm
You're
not
off
bent.
the
Why am
wall.
I bent out of shape?
Oh, my God, he's here.
I wasn't. What do you mean I was trying to imitate you?
You're never going to.
What are you crazy? Because I did it way before you would ever do anything like that. What are you talking about?
You rationalize.
I'm not rationalizing anything.
You rationalize your bad
John
behavior.
fucking sticks a fucking knife in your back and he asks you a question. I answer it, and I knew I would get fucking hammered this morning.
Well, Ronnie, how could you say that this...
I'm not talking to you, okay? I'm talking to Howard.
You're not talking to anyone. You're just yelling.
No, because
I'm jealous.
Because I knew right away that I would get this shit this morning.
Well, why do you bring me up with your idiotic behavior?
He asked me a question.
It's completely different.
You're the one, it always gets brought up because you do stupid things at weddings or whatever.
You do.
Okay.
Ronnie,
but I've done that. I've done that for years. It's not like I'm imitating you.
No, that's my point. You rationalize.
Oh, you've always been stupid, is what
Yeah,
you're
that's
saying.
right, Robin. I've always been stupid.
He's been the jackass moron at every
right.
fucking wedding.
Okay, fine.
Way before me.
I'm glad. Well, all of a sudden you decided to have a good time. Thank you.
Oh my goodness! What are you saying?
I've been having
Ronnie?
a good time for years. You haven't.
Ronnie, even Sal knows that there's a difference, I think, and he's a real buffoon.
Dude, you know what?
Who's a bigger buffoon,
I
Ronnie
wasn't
or Sal?
comparing it to Jimmy's wedding.
I think Ronnie is, because Ronnie thinks, like, let's fuck some whores is the same thing as
As cutting in on a dance. Yeah.
I love the comparison.
Yeah.
Somehow I get.
All
I like that.
right.
And you're worried about people stabbing you in the back. Every chance you get, you're like, oh, Howard did it. Howard went
That's
up there.
not what I said.
That's what you just said. I just played
exactly what you said.
I said if I would have done that,
Yeah.
I would have got hammered for
Yes,
it.
you would have, because it's inappropriate for you to be doing that.
Yeah, but
at
I
Jimmy's
wouldn't have
wedding.
done it if I was, for some reason I was there. I wouldn't have done it at his wedding. I don't hardly know the guy.
Who knows what you would have done
Oh,
at his wedding?
please stop it.
Would you have shaved the Batman mustache for his wedding?
Dude, what do you have? What are you doing this morning? What are you What are you breaking my balls for? You got nothing else to do?
Apologize to Jimmy for
What am
breaking
I
in on the dance.
I should apologize
Yeah,
to Jim.
That's right.
All right, I'm sorry, Jimmy.
And by the way, can I say something on a different topic? This isn't about Ronnie, but yesterday on the wrap-up, so I also heard like Scott DePace and Gary and everyone debating whether or not I hit the ball on the golf course 300 yards.
Howard, I have my doubts on that.
Well, let me tell you something. I wouldn't know 300 yards from 100 yards on a golf course. Jimmy wrote me a fucking email from his honeymoon yesterday and said not only did the golf pro tell him, and he'll sign an affidavit and take a lie detector test, and what do I care if you believe me or not? Not only did I hit it 300 yards once, it wasn't like it was once. I might have done it 5 times.
That video definitely wasn't 300 yards.
I don't know if that was the 300-yard shot, but it was at least 200 yards. And the pro came over and verified it. It's not listen, I don't know anything about golf. And I'm sorry to all you fuckheads who go out on the course every single day attempting to play golf and you can't get it right. And I just go out there for the first time and slam the motherfucking ball 300 yards. I'm sorry for you. And I know that hurts and I know that's painful for you. But the game ain't that fucking hard. At least the drive ain't.
If you had a club your size, I guarantee you would have hit it like
Yeah.
well, you're like a real life Happy Gilmore.
I was hunched over like Nosferatu.
You'll hit a hole in one at every
yeah. In fact,
hole.
when somebody told me that you could keep the tee out of the ground, like keep it sticking up, I hit the ball even further. And I'm sorry for you guys that you fucking play every week trying to get good at it. I'm a natural.
And you know where
sorry.
the tee goes, and you know
Yeah.
the stance and the grip.
Yeah, I don't know anything.
Yeah,
and all I know
your
is
boy DePace is very bothered by that.
he can't handle it. I mean, and by DePace isn't the only guy who couldn't handle it.
Howard, I'm glad for you. I love
Thank you.
that you hit the ball.
Oh, he's full of shit. I mean, you had to see his face yesterday when you were talking
Well,
about
no one
it.
can believe it because they've been playing for years and they can't hit that stupid ball 300 yards.
You got a video of it though. You must have used that video caddy, right?
My wife was, yeah. He's upset I didn't use video caddy. My wife just used her iPhone. Silly her. But I didn't even know she was videotaping me, and then someone says, "Look at you, you're wearing all black." I go, "Yeah, I came to the resort. Wasn't going to play golf. I fucking was waiting to get in my room, and I was killing time with Jimmy. I said, let's
and
go
who
hit
are
some
you
balls."
supposed to dress for in this golf? That you have to wear a special outfit.
Oh, you're supposed to dress like some kind of fruity nut cake.
gotta
Yeah,
wear
what do you
a
wear,
collared
DePace?
shirt.
Your fucking stupid golf shorts and
Oh, he's got a whole uniform. He talks about all, and his cigar, and then he goes, he smokes his cigars. You know,
Yeah.
it's a whole deal.
Yeah, it's great. Uniform, that's even more how I piss on golf. I went out there in my fucking shitty clothes, all dressed in black.
Do you really need special clothes for this?
Evidently, my special clothes, people ought to switch to what I'm wearing because I know how to hit the ball. If anybody wants some golf lessons, I'm now teaching.
Well, Howard, there's your next movie, Happy Gilmore 2.
And you know what I did? I said, it's like every other sport. I put my hands together. The club was too small for me, by the way. And I kept my arms straight, and I just kind of swung it and hit the stupid thing. Now, I'm not saying I hit it every time. As a matter of fact, there were a couple of my first swing I missed. I swished the whole thing. It took me 2 or 3 practices before I could hit it, and then I just started whacking it. I was in my zone. And it was weird, too, because it is sort of exercise because my chest and my side were actually kind of on fire after I hit about 30 of these balls. You know what I mean?
You
It's
have a
new
blister on your hand?
Were you actually on
No.
a golf course or a the driving range?
Driving
Yeah.
range.
But the whole resort was
Yeah.
a golf course.
Right.
Like I said, like Mark Consuelos was playing with like Jimmy's uncle or something. They would drive around on a golf cart, and they were like actually playing golf. And,
Right.
And Mark actually has like his clubs flown down. Like he takes it all, seriously. That's why everyone's pissed. I come down there. They give me some shitty club that doesn't even fucking fit my
It
hand.
doesn't even fit you.
No, and I'm all hunched over. And I just take
Because everybody's been telling themselves the reason their games suck is they don't have the right club.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's like all hung up on their clubs.
Custom made.
Yeah. I was like, whatever these clubs are, these are fine.
Give me any club.
Give me anything. Give me a bat. So easy, too. Because, baseball, at least, someone is throwing the ball trying to not let you hit it. With golf, the ball just sits there on the stupid ground.
It's waiting for you.
If you can't fucking hit that ball, it's sitting still. You know what? You're an uncoordinated spastic.
Yeah, but you won't be saying that if you play 18 holes. Because
I wouldn't even waste my time. It's too easy.
And your ball goes in the woods. It's not all as fun as it is in the driving range.
Nah, whatever. I mean, if it's not fun, why would I do it?
Well, like Howie Mandel said, if you got ADD, forget about it.
Yeah, anyway. I'm just busting balls. I know golf's hard, but I really did. I have beginner's luck. What can I tell you? And it's just bothering everybody. Everyone just can't handle it. But Jimmy is willing to sign an affidavit. Now I got to go draw up an affidavit. Where am I going to get that?
Whatever that is.
Yeah, we don't even know. All right, Ron. No big deal.
All right.
Go break in on a dance. Do whatever I do. There goes Ronnie, the limo driver. Still has the Batman mustache. It looks great.
Mr. Munn?
Yeah.
Seems like this is sort of a cycle with you and Howard. I mean, you do something, he reprimands you, you get upset, you sort of come back here and sulk for a bit, and then it kind of...
What do you mean sulk? What am I sulking about? I'm not sulking about it.
You criticized your behavior and the way you sort of handle yourself at weddings.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so? What's your problem with that?
Where are you at in this cycle? Where are you at in this process?
What do you mean?
Is this the sulking part? Is this?
No, I'm not sulking. I have a new man in town that took over for me. I've been quiet at things. We have John Lieberman now who takes over for me. He's the maniac at weddings and dances and parties and whatever.
So you've been affected by Howard's criticism of your behavior. It's changed the way your thought process, and you maybe have a little talk.
No, I still have a good time. I still have a good fucking time.
And by the way, for all of you negative people out there, I just want to say something. George Zimmerman has been out for 2 days, and he hasn't killed one black child yet. Just so you know. For all of you who said he would, there you go. I can't believe that fucker got away with that thing, man. I don't get it.
A juror is talking, and I'm fascinated to hear what she says. Apparently, I was listening to her, and she believed a scenario, I guess, that was put forward by the defense. That, yes, George Zimmerman went too far because he followed Trayvon and got out of his car and that whole thing. But then she says Trayvon then decided that he was not going to be intimidated by George Zimmerman, and he got into a fight with an armed man.
George Zimmerman never should have gotten out of his car. George Zimmerman never should have been following this kid. The kid wasn't doing anything suspicious. It's ridiculous. They still haven't established what it was that was so suspicious. It's insane.
But she didn't care about that. She cared that they got into a tussle that Trayvon should never... It was like Trayvon's fault is what she was saying.
Yeah, evidently, if you're finding the guy innocent, you got to put the blame on Trayvon. I don't get it. I really, truly don't.
Well, this is why we got to stop the jury system.
Yeah, maybe it's time to change that
The
up.
way she was talking, it was like she had a videotape of the whole thing.
That guy was a total moron, Zimmerman. I mean, you heard the phone call. The cop said to him, do not pursue this gentleman. We'll establish whether or not he is, quote-unquote, suspicious. Going around, he's looking for trouble. He's got his gun. Big shot.
He's sizing up people as they walk.
Yeah, no one asked him to do that. Get out of his car. I'll beat the shit out of you, too, you get out of your fucking car. Stay the fuck in your car.
Hey, Howard.
Yo. Benji.
Yeah, I think you're so wrong on this case.
Well, that's when you get in the show, we'll all hear your opinion.
If you asked a guy...
Benji?
Yeah, all right.
Not in the mood.
And now, we head into the vortex with Benji.
No,
Benji,
we don't.
what worries you most about the conflict with North Korea?
Firstly, is North Korea even technically a Korea? What designates it to have rights to be a Korea? Is Kim Jong even technically real? How do we know he's not really Chinese?
This has been a production of The Vortex with Benji.
Anybody want to hear what Benji thinks?
Let's pursue it for a second.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
He might have been racist. He might have been following him for the wrong reason. But if Trayvon took the first swing at him and
You
started
don't know that happened.
You're absolutely right. I don't know it.
So where's your legal standing?
The only thing that's legal in this discussion is we do know that Zimmerman claims the kid was suspicious.
That's not illegal.
The question, okay, if he's suspicious, A, what made the kid suspicious? What was he doing? No one can answer that question.
Let's say it's because
B,
Zimmerman
they
is
told
racist.
him not to get out of his fucking car
let's say
with
you're
his gun.
absolutely right. Zimmerman's racist, and
All
that's
right.
why. That's why.
All right, you win, I lose. Okay,
No,
you're right.
if someone is racist,
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't care what you have to say. What is
Really?
it, Gary? You want to say something?
Yeah, if the operator said, "Don't follow him,"
Right.
and he followed him.
The operator didn't say that.
He did.
Yes, he did. I heard.
Oh
the
my
call.
God, there's a tape of it.
He said we don't need you to.
Yeah.
Oh. See again,
You're in
that's the vortex.
But that's not. That has
there
nothing
we
to do
go.
with actually what
Let's
happened.
stop now.
That doesn't.
Let's stop.
All right.
That does nothing to do.
Microphone's off. Nobody. What? Oh, your microphone can go back.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Ted, you should read Ted Nugent's article. Ted Nugent is like,
What's he say?
Oh my God, Zimmerman is totally correct. He starts comparing it to these thugs in Chicago. That Trayvon Martin was a thug, just like all these kids in Chicago.
Oh my God! See, there's a guy who also would be suspicious.
But also, let me ask you a question: if you're walking through a neighborhood, right? Somebody starts following you.
Yes.
You might turn around and go, "What are you doing?" Listen, there's only two people who know what happened, and one of them's dead.
Right.
And so
that's the problem with every kind of murder trial. The murder victim cannot defend himself.
So the live guy can say whatever he wants.
Right.
Because DePace and I were just arguing this, and he was saying, I said he should have never followed him, and he said Zimmerman turned around, but then Trayvon went after him.
No, he
And
didn't.
how does he know that?
He has a broken nose to prove it.
He has a broken nose to prove it because he got out of his car and started in with the kid.
Stuck his broken nose where it didn't belong.
But Scott, how do you know that he turned around?
How do you know that he did? How do you
Why?
know
The
that he
cops
did?
told him.
Again, that's what I said.
he's
That
not a
juror
police
acted as
officer.
if she saw a videotape. No one knows.
Right, and so are you
What we
guys
do
saying
know
you
is
saw
that
videotape?
Zimmerman should not have engaged at all.
And he wasn't a cop.
And no one's answered the question, why is this kid considered suspicious? I'll tell you why,
Just
because
for
he's black.
walking?
Because he's a black kid in a hoodie. Case closed.
How do you
dead and
know
did
that?
nothing wrong.
What if it was
Why
a
do you-
white
wait a
kid and
second.
he followed him as well?
He didn't follow a white kid.
Well, how do you know he did?
And you don't know if he won't the next time.
Look,
Why
they
is the
had a
kid? Why
neighbor
won't
to
George
watch.
Zimmerman
They
answer
had a
the
neighbor to
question?
watch. They had
Why
followed
is
them
that kid suspicious? What was so fucking suspicious about him?
Because he had a hoodie on.
Right.
Bullshit.
Stop.
In the
He gave
rain.
her a reason.
retarded.
He said
It was
because he was
in the
walking in an
rain.
area that people didn't usually walk in. He didn't recognize him, and
All right.
he was wondering.
So call the cops.
And
Right.
he did that.
Right.
And what did the cops say?
We said we don't need you following him.
Okay. And what did he do?
Well, he says he didn't follow him.
No.
So how did he get there? Was he magically
How did he
transplanted?
get out of
He
his
says
car?
Trayvon came up to him
And in the
said,
car?
He said, "I don't know exactly. I don't remember
come
exactly."
on. Use your fucking head for once.
But you don't know that.
Yeah, please. And my name's Howard, not Hard.
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 I keep getting my microphone turned up.
When I
I didn't
turn
do
off his
anything.
mic, when I turn off his mic, I turn off yours.
But it's interesting. One way or the other, you have to give one person or the other the
You know
benefit.
why I love this show? I can turn people's mics off. And, that's another thing. My psychiatrist was working on with me yesterday. I'm so upset that I can't control the world. You know what I mean? I can't control people. I can't control what and I can't accept it. And the one place I can control everything and shut down guys like Benji is right here. That's why this is why I'm linked to this show.
I always wonder.
Say something, Benji. Go ahead.
If George,
see, boom, done. That's how the world should be for
See,
me.
I wonder what your life would be like if you didn't have this radio show, because it gives you
miserable.
No, it gives you an outlet to do things like, in other words, what would you do if you were a regular working guy and you had to listen
had
to
to
people,
deal with Benji,
or you had to just do, like,
I don't know. I can't deal with any reality.
because in your position on the show you get to deal with people the way you want
That's
to.
why America's Got Talent is so hard for me. I can't believe I got to sit and listen to these other three judges. I can't even believe it.
But don't you think a show with one judge would be boring?
Yes, but I can't even believe they even pay attention to those other three. I'm not good with people. And listening to Benji is like listening to nails on a chalkboard.
Hard.
Hard. When did you do your name change?
Hard. You know what it is? Because it's hard for him to get through to me. He calls me hard. Hardy, har.
If you ask someone what they're up to, and maybe you didn't have any business to do it,
okay,
but they attacked you, and you had your gun on you.
But wait a second, it's not that simple. He didn't just ask him what he's up to and get attacked. He followed a guy, and if somebody followed you and you didn't know why,
and maybe Trayvon might have been in his might have done the right thing.
Let's say Trayvon is a bad kid. Maybe
he might have done the right thing. He might have been scared and attacked the guy.
Right.
But neither might have known what was going on. If someone attacks you and you have a gun, he might end up shooting you.
This guy was in a car, Benji. How did Trayvon get him out of the car?
Trayvon didn't do anything.
Let's say that was a
Trayvon
mistake.
didn't do anything where he deserved to be. George Zimmerman will tell you.
I agree with you.
He can't tell you why the kid was suspicious.
I agree with you.
So
but if someone attacks you,
thank you for agreeing with me. Okay, he agrees.
Nobody attacked anybody. You can't attack a guy who doesn't get out of his car.
Right. Don't get out of your fucking car.
Do you see
Not
the guy?
a cop. Nobody asked you to do that.
Did you see the black guy that got arrested in the Village last week? Guy's walking down the street. Right? Oh, he's sitting at a restaurant with his girlfriend, black couple.
Right.
White guy comes by, calls him the N-word, gets up and hits him in the face. Then he gets arrested.
He gets arrested?
Yeah.
Wow. That N-word.
Well, it isn't illegal to say
No,
that
it's not.
N-word.
But it's hard to. It would be hard for me to just sit there.
Yeah, me too.
Especially in front of your girlfriend.
I've been called the N-word several times.
Me too. I know. I really was.
I have been.
No, I was too.
Yeah, and I'm being serious. And it's very difficult to take. I'm a white guy, and it's hard to take.
I don't know if I've ever told you, I had a minor fender bender on 55th Street like 10 years ago, and this black guy gets out of the car, and we start arguing because he's the one who hit me. He broke my mirror. And he goes, he got so mad, he goes, "You greasy motherfuckers are all the same." And he got back in his car, and I go, I wonder what he thinks I am. Does he think I'm a greasy Italian, a greasy Cuban? Like, I spent the whole car ride home trying to figure out what he thought I was.
Which greasy kind were you?
Have you been called the N-word because people think you're black?
Yes. Once when I was in Uniondale, it was at night, and I was walking by, and they told me to stay out of their neighborhood.
Oh, my goodness.
A white guy told you to stay out of their neighborhood?
It was dark, but he did. He thought I was black. I thought I was black.
You got thrown out of a white neighborhood for being black.
I got thrown out of my own white neighborhood.
Right. Wow. See, you're suspicious.
But I'll tell you, to this day, I still wonder what that guy thought I was. All I know is I was a greasy motherfucker.
Give it up, Gary.
A lot of people are confused as to what Gary is.
Well, you were from day one.
I was. I wasn't even sure what I was hiring.
I mean, well, what did you think I was Hispanic, or did you think I was mulatto?
I don't know. You just had a different look.
What is that?
But I still am endlessly fascinated with this idea of labeling people.
Well, what do you mean you're fascinated with the labeling?
Well, I never looked at you and said, "I wonder what he is."
Oh,
well, Howard did.
I did.
But that's my point. I'm fascinated by it. That never occurs to me.
No,
well, you're the one.
You never looked at Gary and said, "I wonder what he is."
No. But, I would wonder if I hear an accent. Oh, I wonder where that accent is from.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I looked at him. I was like, I don't know what this is.
And you're not kidding, by the way, because I've listened to my first day on the show many times.
Yeah.
And you, like the fifth question you asked me is, what are you?
What are we dealing with? All right, I got to take a break.
Strange.
All right, we'll be back right after these words.
Gary, the conflicting opinions on the staff surrounding the Trayvon Martin case seem to stem from respect for the process versus what common logic tells you. I mean, do you understand sort of where Benji or DePace is coming from?
Well, I hear what they're saying. I just don't agree with it.
Can you have it both ways is what I'm asking, because the process...
Well, I understand the process, but there's a guy who killed another guy, so he can tell whatever story he wants. Now, he may be telling the truth. I'm not saying just because the other guy's dead, he's not telling the truth. But there's a couple of elements in there Howard brought it up. Why are you following this guy? What is it that he did wrong? But more importantly, the 911 operator says, "Sir, we strongly suggest you don't follow him." And he decided, no, I'm going to do what I want to do. And he put himself in a situation he shouldn't have been in. And I think of it having a kid, around that age makes me look at it a different way. What if my son was walking through a neighborhood where he was deemed to be out of place, and somebody took it upon themselves to follow him? And, what if it turned into something like that? It's devastating.
Do you think this speaks to the fact that it's a flawed system, that in situations like this where, all logic tells you that this guy was out of line?
I think that neighborhood watches, people in neighborhood watches shouldn't carry guns. If you want to have a neighborhood watch, say, I'm looking at something, I saw a guy, I call the police. Why he's running around with a gun makes no fucking sense to me.
I know you mentioned being a father, but do you also think about the time when you were young walking through a dark neighborhood where someone thought perhaps you were a different race?
Well, yeah. Just because you have logic and you're walking through an area doesn't mean everybody that's there has logic, and so you have to be careful.
Scott?
Yes, that's me.
Joining the long list of political controversy is the Trayvon Martin case.
Whose controversy?
Well, you find yourself right smack in the middle of another debate where you're at odds with Howard and the majority of the crew. What are they not seeing, in your opinion?
That the fact that in this country you're innocent until proven guilty. So, as Gary says, two people have an opinion there, and one of them can't speak because he's dead. Well, I'm sorry, but the way our justice system is set up is that you need to prove that Zimmerman is guilty. And to me, it seems that there are some damning evidence, but there also is facts that he's got a broken nose and a cut to his forehead and a tape that pretty much says that he was on the ground being beaten by the other guy. So, to me, it's pretty clear.
Even with the fact that Benji has aligned with you, and does that?
Benji is a smart guy. Yeah, I align myself a lot with Benji. He is a little shticky from time to time, but when it comes to rational thinking, he's pretty good.
Mr. Bronk. Hey. I wanted to ask you a little bit more about this Trayvon Martin case. You seem to enjoy playing devil's advocate.
I wasn't playing devil's advocate.
Well, you respect the process and what needs to be done.
I do like looking at something from every side. I like that kind of thing of looking at something from every angle. I like that. But I'm not just playing devil's advocate. That's how I feel. I think it's clear that he wasn't legally guilty.
You're not doing this simply to draw people into the quote-unquote vortex or anything. This is legitimately how you feel. It's careful consideration that you feel is necessary.
I think people are like they do with a lot of things. They want to. They have an excuse to let's get George, and they're trying to they're doing that. But now I do think someone was killed, and that was a horrible thing. So, I think it's bad that someone was killed, and they're very well may have been no reason for it.
I mean, look at your hat. It's a little bit crooked. It's a little bit urban looking. It's a style. You yourself could have been a victim.
I consider myself a victim.
Well, just chew on that while you're enjoying your watermelon.
Thank you.
Mad money. I'm here because Howard knows that I speak the truth. Sirius and XM are being blocked because Congress people are owned by terrestrial radio. Some of them are rented, most of them are owned. And this deal won't go through until the Justice Department recognizes that it is a travesty that is just because a dying industry wants to stop a thriving industry.
Now, this is your first time on Howard's show, right?
Yeah, it's big.
How do you feel it's going to go? Are you excited?
Well, I think he understands that there's a commonality, which is that we're willing to speak out. Both of us are willing to speak out. We're protected by the First Amendment. We can say all the stuff that everybody else is thinking, but people think you get in trouble. And we like getting in trouble because we like telling the truth.
All right, man. It sounds like you're going to have a good time
all right.
there.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Jim Cramer is here. I watch his show, Cramer, on Business. So I don't know what that even the fucking name is, I'll be honest with you.
Mad Money?
Yeah, he did a rap about the XM Sirius merger. That was so good. So, I wanted to say hello to him. Pretty interesting guy, actually. He's worth about $100 million, and I can't figure out how he made it. I mean...
If you listen to that show, will you make it too?
This is the guy I watch on TV, Jim Cramer.
Hi.
Hey,
I'm
Jim.
just wondering, because I'm like, all right, he made the $100 million. What do you make if you listen to him?
You should have $100 million, too, if you listen to Cramer. Hey, let me see if that's working. Testing, 1, 2.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep, you're on, man.
Excellent. Wow.
Take a seat. Hey, take a seat.
Okay.
How are you?
Oh, couldn't be better, thank you. How about you?
Yeah, good. I heard your rap on... Is the show called Cramer on Business?
It's Mad Money.
Okay.
Mad Money.
I don't know. I watched the show. I just don't know what the hell it's called.
It's just it's a crazy show about what should be talked about in business, not the Dow Jones average.
Well, I played your rap not once but twice when you talked about the XM Sirius merger. Listen, obviously I have an interest in it. I want to see the thing go through. Financially, it would benefit me. It would be very good for me. But
But you, as an outside observer, see a benefit to a merger.
Yeah, well, I was proud that you played it. It was very exciting for me, to be honest, because I kind of feel like I'm in a vacuum. But what I liked about what I believe in is that there is actually an injustice. This is not just about wanting someone to make money who owns Sirius. I just find that when Chevron and Texaco got to merge, Yahoo could merge with Microsoft, and the government would look the other way.
Right.
But because there are Congress people who are rented and owned by terrestrial radio, they want this deal stopped.
I just read that Exxon Mobil made $40 billion in profits this year.
Right.
$40 billion, but they approved that merger quicker than this XM Sirius thing. Where would you ever see anything
that
like
was just
this?
They actually took a few more months than most deals, but nowhere near where this deal has, and nowhere near the scrutiny, in the sense that there are Congress people, the U.S. attorney. There's a lot of crime in the country, but this is the focus.
Yeah, it seems wild. In fact, I think it was Arlen Specter announced recently that he's going to look into steroids again in sports and Major League Baseball. And I go, all right, okay, I understand you want to take a look at that. But where on the priority list is this thing? I mean, this is two companies that obviously would save about $4 billion collectively if they could merge. It's not a monopoly in any sense of the word. And yet they can't, even if it's a negative ruling. Where's the ruling already? You made a great comment. You said that the Department of Justice under George Bush, if a leaf blows into their window, they sign it. In other words, Bush was always for big business and making sure that the business environment is a strong and healthy one. And yet here they're just turning a blind eye to this merger.
There are unbelievable mergers in the country. For instance, there's two major washer and dryer companies, and everybody's got to buy a washer and dryer.
Right.
And it's really the little guy gets hurt if there's price increases.
Right.
Whirlpool and Maytag, no hearings, nothing.
Nothing, right?
The two biggest brand names, boom, they're one. You go into Costco, you go into a Best Buy, any of the major hardware stores, and the prices all went up.
I know. I mean, that is what I'm talking about. This thing is crazy, but it really said, I'm being honest with you, I'm a naive guy, and I'll tell you why. I really believe in the greatness of this country. I believe that there are people who are not corrupted by the lobbyists, and yet I really am seeing how it works.
Yeah, it saddens me.
It makes me freaking nuts.
I think that a lot of politicians are afraid that their local radio station will take them on. There really is kind of the one thing that radio has gotten together on is stopping you and killing you. And they feel like that both guys will go under if they can fight it long enough because the companies are losing money.
Right. Let me ask you something and talk straight with me. Is this partially, and maybe this is my massive ego, is this partially because I'm so hated? Satellite radio was flying under the radar. Nobody really talked that much about it. I signed up over here. Sirius made a big surge. And now all of a sudden they can't get a merger approved? I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with me.
Well, I would tell you that you were the most profitable aspect of terrestrial, and they don't want you to succeed because you could dominate national morning. See, and that's really important because if you were in everybody's car, not just one company's car,
we could win.
You would win.
We would win.
No, and they know that because drive time is the most important. That's still money for them.
And
they
want
still
to
make
win.
money.
I want to win.
Of course you do, and you should.
No one understands that. I hope people are listening because you're making a lot of sense. I want to win nationally.
Well, a lot of people felt like I either am on the take for the companies. I'm not allowed to own any stock. I just look at.
Is that right?
No,
I don't
own stock. No, I can't own stock
because you would affect the stock market.
I mean, let's say I bought Sirius before I did my thing, and Sirius goes up 30 cents because I predicted and I sell. I get too much scrutiny, so I'm not allowed to own any stocks. But when I see an injustice, I really did. I mean, this one is the most outrageous. I've never seen the government all come together on one issue, which is your merger must be stopped.
Republicans, Democrats, they're all against
Do you predict that now we're over a year? It's embarrassing.
Right.
It's over a year they've dragged this out.
Well, I want to be honest. Look, I have a pulpit. Your pulpit is 100 times larger than mine. But at least I can point out to people in Congress, look, recognize the jig is up. We see it. We see that you let any oil company merge and everybody pays more at the pump, which is universally bad for people who literally don't have a lot of money.
Right.
This deal would actually save people money, and it isn't like you have no competition.
Right.
People put iPods in their car now, and the deal is structured so that the consumer would benefit and pay less. They could just listen to whatever you wanted to.
Of course, and you don't have to buy radio. I mean,
you could still listen to free radio. You never have to buy.
There isn't a single thing which says that it almost is like that if you take Sirius and XM, they rip out terrestrial radio. Totally untrue.
Right.
But I don't think Congress even understands. Now, you are an unpopular guy in certain circles, okay?
Right.
And they don't want you to be even more powerful than you are.
Right.
But I also think that for radio, this is the last stand. Because if you were in every car, you could probably maybe quadruple your listenership and it would come out of their hide.
Right.
So they can't they have to stop this.
That's interesting. I've never heard that before. That's
Yes.
an interesting theory. I didn't think about the ramifications of that. Oh, you're absolutely right. Hey, so you're worth $100 million or so.
I have a lot of money, but I don't.
So you
it
took
doesn't
it
look good
out
to
of the
talk
stock
about.
market. Where did you put it?
I put it in bonds and in real estate, and I've sold all my real estate. I also own a big stake in thestreet.com, which is not it's an online financial.
I'm up
company.
78 grand.
It's been good.
Yeah.
It's been real
Are you
good.
a Giant fan? I would imagine you live in Jersey,
Well,
right?
I'm from Philadelphia, but as soon as we lost, look, the other team I like, Strahan loves my show,
Right.
and he's the only NFL player who has insisted on coming to my show,
Right.
talking about business. There's a lot of Giant guys who love my show, and they're also just a fabulous team to root for because there was so much hatred toward them. And,
Such underdogs.
And they were being ridiculed, and the coach was being ridiculed.
Was this the best game you've seen in football for a long time?
It was very difficult to not love last night's game.
How did you feel when you saw this incredible series of plays where Eli Manning escaped? Escaped.
I just love the hubris of the Patriots. The hubris was just something we had to knock down. And Brady looked just another vulnerable guy. And Strahan is jumping. The picture in the front of the Times is just great. It's so scary to be Brady. He just was just frightened. The guy who was frightened was Brady. The guy who was confident was Manning.
Right. He looked cool, calm, and collected.
I just love the game.
It was wild.
And this is the first game you watched to the end.
Did you bet on it?
I'm not allowed to take that 3 1/4 that you get to straight up.
What do you mean you're not? Explain to me.
I can't bet. I'm too visible. I'm like you.
You didn't
bet. I can in my little world.
Like me, trust me.
No, but in my little world, the scrutiny on everything I do is too great.
Artie is up. 78,000 just betting on the Giants.
I got to tell you, that's
look at look at him.
There's nothing like capitalism. That's pure capital.
Where should he put that money? Where should he put the 78?
May I just say that the most regulated and honest business in the world is NFL gambling.
Of course.
If we possibly had that in my world, you would just see everybody come in because they would know that it isn't rigged against the little guy. There's so much in my world that's rigged against the little guy, but they won't allow that in NFL.
Is that true in the stock market? Rigged against the little guy?
Well, I think that there's a lot of cheaters, a lot of guys that backdated options,
You're right.
a lot of guys that scammed their own company and looted their own company. It
The
still
NFL
continues.
is more honest.
Much more honest, and the enforcement is a lot more serious.
Quick advice for him: 78,000. He's up. I know this guy's going to let it roll on something stupid and lose it all. Where should he put it right now? Today? What does he do with it? Right now.
Right now, at this very moment.
Give him something to do.
Okay,
give him a plan.
I know what you're going to say. The over in the Pro Bowl.
No, I do. That Pro Bowl is that. No one wants to get hurt in a Pro Bowl.
Right.
No one wants to get hurt, so you can't trust that game.
He should take the 78,000 and invest it. Am I correct?
I have to tell you that I don't want to come here and just tell you that stocks are cheap, but they've been knocked down 2,000 points. Because there's a guy who runs the Federal Reserve, and he's more of a professor than he is a good. I got to dump on him because I can speak freely here.
But let me say something. Yes, you can. Give this guy an aggressive thing to do with the 78,000. Even a high
give
risk,
him like a jolt,
a giant return, because he'll just throw it out
action.
anyway.
Yeah.
So
So
he
you're
needs
saying
action.
the stocks are viable
something.
now.
I want you to buy all these companies that are involved with housing because housing's coming. Now, I'm the only guy in America who thinks that everyone thinks that house prices are going down.
Housing is coming back?
By the end of the year, housing will be up because these guys are building 1/4 the number of homes. The government is flooding us with money. Mortgage rates have come down unbelievably.
Is there a high return if he takes this risk?
I think a gigantic return right now.
So if he took 78,000, what companies should he go with?
I think you could go with Hudson City Bank Corp, which is a local bank.
Put it on Hudson City Bank.
You're saying
and
buy another
Black
house.
and Decker. Black and Decker.
Black and
Because
Decker.
as soon as you get 600 smackers,
Hold
you'll
it.
go buy a chainsaw, fix your own house up.
I'm glad you're here today. Artie, look at me.
Black and
look
Decker.
at me. I'm doing
I'm writing it down.
You gotta write it down.
I'm going to do an intervention
Okay,
right
go
now.
ahead.
Let me do an
I
intervention.
got to get the
Give me 1
78
second.
G's from the landscaper.
You won $78,000.
I don't have
nice.
my.
All right, listen to me. That's good money.
It's very good money.
If you took it and let it roll on Black and Decker,
yeah.
in other words, he's giving you. He's not telling you to go do.
What's it trading at now? Well, how much a share?
$72. You buy 1,000 shares.
1,000 shares.
Okay.
Okay.
The point you're making is this is sort of a roller coaster kind of ride. It's a little aggressive.
Right.
Because you could lose the money anyway. This is Black and Decker.
Right.
Housing. I guess Black and Decker builds shit.
Well,
they got the tools.
They own the tool market. They own the tool
They own the
market.
tools.
That's a monopoly.
Stock is down 30 straight points.
Right.
No one believes. I believe. The company used to be a $9 billion company. Now it's a $4 billion company. The Swedes will buy it.
And the guy made $100 million in the market. He must know something. He's a Harvard graduate.
Now listen. So it was about $102. Is what you're saying? And
It was at
up
$98 in August before the Federal Reserve decided to wreck the economy in order to save it. So as soon as they recognized and they started panicking, people take that refinance money. You can refinance now 5%. Most of these people.
How long should he keep it? And then keep it there and watch it go up.
18 months.
18 months.
18 months, and you can catch a double in Black and Decker.
should I put a stop on it? You think to hedge it? Like what do I put?
I don't
At
like that.
$60
No,
bucks.
That's
what I do.
Watch it and just listen. Do this for Christ's sake. Do it for me.
Well, what he's saying too is what's great. I just bought a home, so you're saying that's good news,
what
right?
people are going to do, a lot of people who can't sell their home, they're going to fix it up. Okay?
Can you wait 18 months for action?
This is all long-term
got a stock
money.
broker?
I have a very good portfolio.
I'm presuming you already own Sirius because Sirius is my spec of the year.
Stock options.
All right, good.
Pal.
This thing doubles the moment. I like the pal, buddy. The moment that the Justice Department sees the light, listens to the heat, recognizes that this is embarrassing that they let every oil company get together, particularly when you're paying $3.40 at the pump. Who is this hurting? Who is it hurting?
So you're saying upon the merger, the stock's Sirius will double.
Absolutely.
And I'll be within $5 of my.
You can never worry about where you bought it. You got to worry about where it's going to.
So
this is a powerful combination.
Now that he won the 70, he'll take this money and he'll bet like the Pro Bowl.
No,
or something.
I like this. I like that.
Now you got a plan. This is why I invited the gentleman.
This is also good news because I like the fact that you think it's going to come back with real estate.
You get the 600 smackers. Okay, what are people going to do? They can't. They want. Most of the people who get $600 will try to fix up their home some way.
Right.
The only way you can do it is to go to Home Home Depot or Lowe's and buy something that's Black & Decker, do some hammering, do some sawing. That's what people are going to do with it. They're not going to just go buy 3 iPods. A lot of people think that that's what they're going to do.
That's what I think
they're going to buy
do.
tools to make it better.
Right.
That's why this company.
I like it. You see what I'm talking about? Getting into a plan, a program, making some money, for Christ's sakes. Guy made $100 million. What was that like for you, making I don't even understand.
Like, how did you do it?
How do you do it?
I came in every morning at 3:45. I worked really hard. I traded in Sweden and Finland.
No. Wait a second. I don't understand Wall Street at all. Okay. I have no understanding of it. I don't even understand stocks. I don't understand. In other words, you went to an office.
Yeah.
You traded other people's money or your own money?
It started with other people's money, and then as I started getting better, a bunch
of guys gave you money, and they said, "We believe you know what you're doing.
Right.
Invest this money for us and get us a good return."
But remember, it started in 1981, so it wasn't like it was done.
Right.
It wasn't something that was a quick, rich thing.
Did you do it conservatively? In other words, you went there every day. In other words, you didn't try for a big score. You said, "Okay, I'm going to try and manage this money. It's other people's money. It's tremendous responsibility."
I tried to make money every day. I only had one down quarter in 21 years. So
is that right?
Yeah, because I managed it so that each incremental.
So when I read about these
big.
hedge fund guys, they're rich guys. They get rich in Wall Street. What do? They manage other people's money.
They raise a lot of money. See, I didn't. You had to be a member of my club, so to speak. You had to be nominated. The guys who are making this big money now are guys who go to a major university or major endowment, and they get $100 million from one, and then $200 million from another. I just was individuals. That's so if they have
make money by trading, and then you get a percentage of how much money you make?
I make 20% of what I make.
You get 20% of your client's money.
Right. They make 80% of the profit.
$100 million.
Exactly.
And then you started putting up your own money, too.
Yes.
And you made $100 million.
Look, it's a great country. I'm not kidding. It's a great country.
Fantastic.
But I paid my full taxes. These guys who got in front of Congress now, they want lower taxes. They're making $15 million, but they want to pay less.
If you made $100 million and you paid $100 million in taxes, so what? You've still got $100 million.
I paid the tax man because I didn't want to ever give it back. The important thing is to not give it back after you make it. Don't worry about how much you pay in taxes.
Listen, fuck the 78 G's. So let's pretend I know a guy who may have like 300 grand to fuck around.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Now, you got that kind of money. Is it all? Would you put all of it in like Black and Decker?
Okay, now you're starting to get.
Where would you spread $300,000?
Now you're starting to get in a situation where, I would have to recommend for somebody like that, if he's an older person too, in the 40s, 50s, 60s, maybe a little bit of municipal bond, because there's something good about just getting that income stream that you don't pay taxes on.
Right.
And municipal bonds are paying pretty good.
Artie, you're looking for information on a whole financial plan. That's not what I was after. I want you to take that 78 and at least, even because you like action, do this Black and Decker thing. Or do the other one, I don't know, some bank.
You could do the Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo. Fantastic bank. Way down on its luck, but really well run.
What's that trading at, though?
That's at $33. You put
go ahead. Go do that today.
What a shitload of Wells Fargo.
Yeah. I don't want you to buy any of the radio stations. And in particular, I don't like this CBS stock. Just,
fuck that.
I'm not kidding. That goes down pretty much every day. That's an annuity stream in a negative fashion.
Wow.
Yeah. Goes down almost every day.
Go ahead.
I like Disney, by the way. Disney's going to report a really good quarter. Iger's an honest guy. That stock's down big.
I like him. I had dinner with him
too.
I had dinner with him.
You had dinner with him?
That's right.
I think he's terrific.
I like him.
He's a regular guy. Disney, he reports this week. That's going to be good. McDonald's is down 10 straight points. That's another great name.
Headline in the New York Times. This is exactly what we're talking about today. Google works to torpedo Microsoft bid for Yahoo. Microsoft is looking to buy Yahoo.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Who gets... That's
that'll be approved. That'll be approved in a week.
I mean,
because the first thing they're going to do is they're going to get together. Eliminates a serious competitor, right? There were 3 guys going at it.
Right.
The government loves it when there's companies that have nothing to do with radio. They merge them in a second. Like the Justice Department says they're going to look into it. They have to say that. They will approve that deal so fast your head's like Reagan in
It's unbelievable.
I'm telling you, they could care less.
Unbelievable. What's going on?
There's no congressman owned by Microsoft.
How is it nobody
they own no congressman.
Oh my God!
You guys, the other guys own a huge number of congressmen against you. I mean, they probably have like
Fooey means what? Baba Booey. Go ahead.
I actually need a piece of advice from Mr. Kramer.
Go ahead.
It's on your way.
Okay, my wife used to work.
He
for
doesn't know about dental work.
My wife used to work for a company.
Get the braces.
Do you know anything about a dentist? Because you get braces.
No, but I like there's this company called X-Ray Dentsply that's not bad. But I would not recommend it on your show.
Dental work?
No, it's not a great business.
It's not. Okay.
No.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. My wife used to work for a company. She got a bunch of stock in Citigroup. Okay.
Go ahead.
4 years ago, it was worth X amount of dollars. Now
that's a tough one.
It's worth 20% of what it was 5 years ago. Do I hold on to it now? Or do we
It's
sell it?
finally good because this guy Bernanke who runs the Federal Reserve, he's cutting rates. So finally they're going to pay you nothing. Right now they pay you a lot on your deposits. You know, they pay you $4.
Should he hold the stock or
Yes, you want to hold Citi right here.
Hold.
Yeah, Citi's fine. The Citi was up 7 points in the last 2 weeks. I think it's going to get back to the mid-30s, maybe even $40. And at $40, we're going to reconfigure. We're going to then cash out.
I went to dinner with Iger. Oh, we're bad on that? Okay, get out of here.
I love Iger.
There you go.
But the Citi, you can hold the Citi.
Let me understand something. You went to Harvard.
Yeah.
Right. So what was your
I was a full scholarship guy.
high school? You were a good student?
I was a good student, a good athlete, yeah.
Athlete? What were you athletic
I was a
in?
440 quarter mile. I was a 48 second
no
quarter
kidding.
mile. Yeah.
And did you get laid a lot being a runner? How old were you when you lost your virginity?
Yes.
I'm curious about you.
Excuse me?
How old were you when you lost your virginity?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I think that serious deal goes through. And I like the Black and Decker.
We're guys, we're talking vagina.
I'm more of a business guy than I'm a sex guy.
Never mind what year you lost
Don't
your virginity.
pretend they're different.
When did you make your first million? When did you become a millionaire? How old were you?
I was 31.
Most money you ever made in a year?
Well, it's interesting. I made 450, but I lost 325. So
you made
had to net it
personally
out.
450
No, for
million?
me, the most I ever made in a year was 21.
21 million in a year.
At 20 million.
Very nice.
It was a good year, and that's when I retired. Cause like John Elway, like Brett would have if he had made it all the way.
You probably got laid in high school if you were a track star and you got into Harvard. I mean, that's impressive.
I did well in every field of endeavor.
I would imagine women found that attractive.
Well, I was a bit of a geek, though. I was trying to get the scholarship. The scholarship mattered a lot to me in order to be able to pay.
I see. So it didn't happen to you till in college?
Well, the same. I had a girlfriend from both.
Did you marry your college sweetheart?
No,
or
I
something
did
like
not.
that? You did not?
No, I did not.
So you got a girlfriend in college?
Yeah, I was not. I didn't have that fidelity. I didn't have the fidelity, like Fidelity Fund, Did
you lose your virginity to a Harvard girl?
No, I didn't. I had a feeling. I thought we were going to go there because it's so.
Why not?
Stock market. That it makes so much sense to talk about that.
No, but you got out of college. You became a journalist. Is that correct?
I covered. I went to Tallahassee. I lived next door to the sorority house where the girl with Ted Bundy killed those girls.
You covered the Ted Bundy killings?
Yes, I did.
Did you see a dead body?
No, but I was the first reporter on the scene.
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. And then I covered homicide for a couple of years.
So you've done it all. And then I guess journalism didn't pay so well. So
thank you for recognizing that. That's exactly what happened. I did it for 4 years, and I owed a lot of money. I mean, you worked for 4 years, and all you did was owe a lot of money.
Then you went back to Harvard.
Yeah, I had a gambling problem, and I lived in my car. I did
really?
Yeah. Oh my! I owed a lot of people.
This guy's a gambler. I could tell from it.
Right. But the gamblers, the same thing. Credit agencies and gamblers will let you over time stretch your payments if you're over. It's really an amazing.
What was your weakness? Football, baseball.
It was football.
Football.
Yeah, it was football.
Pro or college? You have a specific.
No, I always
thing?
did. I always did pro.
So you didn't bet on the Giants because you have a problem.
Now
you're not allowed to.
Well, I just think that anything I do that is not totally above board would bring immediate scrutiny to me. Could hurt my show, which I love.
But you're an addict. In other words,
look. The stock market is. I am addicted to
What's
gaming,
great is you're getting that
the
high.
stock market.
You're getting that same high from something legal
it's
now.
even better. I mean,
right.
like Pepsi and Coke report this week, okay?
Right.
Well, I mean, that is just a huge rivalry. And
that gets you off.
Oh, totally. I mean, that's like a storied rivalry. You know what I mean?
It is.
A storied rivalry.
It's like Red Sox Yankees.
It's exciting.
Yes.
It's exciting.
Absolutely. It's a frozen tundra.
Right.
I mean, I just love that combination.
But how are you so disciplined in buying stocks when you were not disciplined with your money gambling?
Because emotion, because I'm from Philadelphia, because the Philadelphia Eagles, because I can't make an honest...
You're not emotionally attached to Coke or Pepsi.
There are no home teams in stocks.
Right, that's good.
In the end, Pepsi, Coke, these are pieces of paper. They are not heart and soul.
But do you ever get that fever? I'm gonna chase the dream. I'm gonna put the big money down on a high risk stock.
Honest to God, if I could buy a stock and I would, yours is $3 with a total call on the idea that someone in the government is going to be mortified if we keep the pressure on. Because if we tell them that there were more hearings on this than there were on the Iraq War,
that's what I'm saying.
Don't you think at a certain point that people say, what are our congressmen wasting their time? This is a good combination. I can get football and baseball on the same thing, which is what everybody wants. Face it. We all want Major League Football, and we all want baseball.
You want it on the same platform.
We want it one place, and we don't want to have our car company tell us what we have either.
Who's the hottest girl in Hollywood right now? Go ahead. Give me something.
Are you interested?
Yeah, well, why not? Why not? Why is it always got to be about business? Who's the hottest girl? If you could have sex with any woman in Hollywood right now, who would you go to?
See, this is how Howard makes
sense. And if you say Rachel Bilson.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry?
No.
She's pregnant, too.
Pregnant. Now, no.
Pregnant?
Scarlett Johansson, I like.
All right, okay. All right.
I'm not going to give you Keira Knightley. Jennifer Connelly, she lives in Brooklyn.
She's hot.
Right, and she lives in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Age appropriate kind of thing.
Exactly.
That's right,
Has kids in school. Kids do well.
You go back to school after being a journalist. You go back to Harvard. You get a law degree.
Right.
Rudy Giuliani turns you down. You wanted to work for him.
Yes.
As a... I
wanted to be a prosecutor.
You wanted to be a prosecutor. Your grades weren't high enough? You were a Harvard
I
graduate.
had a couple of Bs. He said, I don't need anybody with Bs.
Why did you get Bs?
Because there's a lot of I love the corporate courses. I love corporate finance. I love tax. Anything involving business. But there were a lot of other courses.
Isn't it funny? The guy with the greatest grades isn't always the greatest attorney. You might have been great for him.
Giuliani thought I would have been. In retrospect, he realized I could have been. And I interviewed with Romney, too.
You did? He turned you down?
He didn't want you
No, he was saying, listen, 18-hour days, 7 days a week. Did a lot of there was a lot of math to his interview. He asked me about a lot of present value questions, and I was fine on it. But then in the end, he goes, look, you have to devote your life to me. And I didn't really want to devote my life to Romney.
I want to thank you for supporting this merger. And I'll tell you why. Forget it. Let's say I wasn't involved. This is a travesty. This really is a travesty.
And you wonder how many things that we aren't interested in are bought and sold like this all the time.
You're absolutely right. This is an injustice. It's an injustice. I'm not kidding.
What is it that I'm not tracking? Because I'm aware of XM and Sirius. What is it I'm not tracking that these guys are up to every single day? And who's getting paid out? And why can't there just be an honest decision made whether these two companies can merge?
I think that you are not in a position to influence a local congressional election.
Right.
I think the local radio guys have somehow made it so that they believe, the congressmen believe, that their names will never be mentioned on local radio again if they vote for this deal.
I think it's different than that. I think it's much more devious. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I think what's going on here is that, there's many lobbyists out there, and they say to these guys, these congressmen, they say to them, listen, when you get out of, being in office, you want to come speak to the NAB for a couple of $100,000. You want to come, you want a radio show. You want access to the media. Do you want favorable media?
You're something. You're right. That's more sophisticated than the analysis I was offering.
I don't know.
Because
Maybe
it's absolutely true that they need airtime, and I think that they're worried. Now, see, the real investigation should be the link between terrestrial radio and the Congress people. Why the heck are they stopping this? Because they never come out and say it. They always say it's for the good of the American people. It's clearly not for the good of the American people. How could it possibly be for the good of American people to have two companies?
Absolutely.
Right.
You've hit it right on the head. Come on. We all see the scam here. First of all, Jim Cramer, I should mention, I didn't even mention this, his show Mad Money is weeknight 6 and 11 on CNBC.
Yeah, thank you.
CNBC hires lots of hot chicks to be on the channel.
We have a lot of very intelligent women and men.
Fox does it. Right. MSNBC does it. CNBC does it. They hire hot women. Who is the hottest woman on your channel?
Oh, man.
Go ahead. Come on.
All women are beautiful.
No.
All women are beautiful.
Ed, you're
yes,
on.
I love women.
Hey. You're talking to the man who loves women more than you.
I love women. The idea of discrimination on the idea of one or two characteristics seems false to me.
What do you think of Robin's weight loss?
How does
Robin,
he
stand up.
my weight
Stand up.
weight
Come
loss?
on. Show him.
Show me something.
Stand,
what
please.
am I supposed to show
Look.
you?
Whoa.
Oh, doctor.
Ed, you're on the air. Ed, go ahead.
Hey,
yes.
Hey, Howard, how you doing?
I'm good.
Hey, Jim, have you ever nailed that piece of ass, Aaron Burnett? Come on.
Aaron is a good friend of mine. We were out on Friday. I love her, and I think she's really smart. I think she's just one of the great stars we have.
Come on, she's the same numbskull.
I call her wonderful and fabulous every day on my show. So how I have to
She
stipulate.
said the word shit on the air the other day.
No, she said SH and then IT.
Was that wrong or right?
I'm not a big on a regular station, not a paid station. I think it's a problematic thing to curse.
She called the president a monkey. He's still the president of the United States. Wrong or right? Wrong or right? Come on.
I think
let's go.
that was it.
Call the president
I wasn't
a monkey.
happy with that, but I know she's trying to have a little fun. She's making a little difference. It's not something I would say, but she said it. She works incredibly hard. She's brilliant. She's really one of the great people that at the network. She's
Sounds
fabulous.
like someone has a crush.
Well, I love her. Okay, I love her, and she knows I love her.
How long have you been married?
20 years. 20 years.
Is it still hot?
No, no. No, it doesn't have that characteristic
Boredom
anymore.
has set in?
Well, no, a little more than that. A little more in terms of the separation.
You're separated?
Oh. Well, it's kind of, I've talked about it before. It's not an easy topic.
Oh, I didn't know. I had no idea.
hit the
It's
end
not
of
an
the
easy
road?
topic.
Maybe if she had a stock ticker coming out of her ass.
She's an unbelievably great woman, and we worked together for years and years. And
you're
I love
separated?
her.
When
Yeah.
did this happen?
You're going to have to split up the $100
It's been for a while. But she's fabulous.
Prenup?
Willingly,
You got a prenup?
Willingly, I will.
You will.
Willingly.
You will give her $50 million.
Absolutely. She helped every single step of the way. We worked together. There is no one more deserving of something. No, I'm not even. It's unquestionable.
What will it feel like to write a $50 million check?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
You say good?
Yeah.
Good.
Deserves every bit of it.
When did this happen? I don't know. I don't know
It's
anything
been a
about
while.
it.
We're very quiet about it. She's just
I
great.
saw her on 60 Minutes. She was standing right at your side.
We're very quiet about it.
Will this ruin your show? Will it affect your show? When I got my divorce, they said it will ruin the show. Can it ruin you?
I think that we talk every day, and we love our kids, and I.
So who you dating, pal?
Oh, well, that's a little private.
Wait
That's
a second.
Private. That's private.
Look at you.
That's private.
Midlife crisis?
Lifelong crisis.
This is a crisis.
I've never seen it when it wasn't a crisis.
Let's face it, 20 years you were married. All of a sudden,
Still
the Kramer
married.
Show
Still
takes
married.
off on CNBC.
Still married.
And the women suddenly look at you in a different light. What
They
happened?
looked at me that I was crazy, and everyone knows that I'm crazy.
Was there
and
an
I don't
affair?
even mind.
Was there an
No,
affair?
it's just that, we just.
You met someone, didn't you?
Yeah, no, it's just that I really loved my work. I think I did a lot of. I'm not
this
kidding.
is
I did a lot of.
PR.
No, everybody knows that I kind of went overboard about my work, and it was not.
I held out for
I would
20
admit
years
it too,
myself.
but I would admit that I have not been. I don't think I was. By no
How
means.
young is the poontang that you are now getting?
No,
Come on,
jeez.
let's be
Oh,
honest.
come
Kramer
on
poontang.
No, Kramer on Exxon.
Come on.
No, Kramer on Chevron. Kramer not unless it has a stock symbol.
you're
I'm
having
not
a
in
nervous
love with
breakdown.
it. Oh, jeez. Well,
Jim, as an Eagles fan, are you still
There you go.
Are you still haunted by Lawrence Taylor sacking Ron Jaworski every fucking week they play?
I have to admit that I hate. Look, Carl Banks, Leonard Marshall, Lawrence Taylor, total heroes
Wilbur
of mine.
Montgomery, Ron Jaworski.
Are you dating someone?
Pussies.
Harold
Carmichael. Pussies.
Come on, be honest. Be honest.
Hey.
It's in all angles.
Well, there's someone else in that defense. Harry Carson. Harry Carson.
Isn't it true you keep a state-by-state age of consent chart in your pocket? So
I have every company memorized by state. That's been my strong
Robin, what do you
suit.
think happened here? The man got very famous.
Oh,
jeez.
I don't think your timeline is correct. He's been famous for quite a while. He's been doing the show for quite a while.
Thank you.
Thank you for that timeline.
Is it
You look thin.
Is it a real life? Is it a real life Kramer versus Kramer we're looking at?
No, it's a consensual Kramer. Oh, yeah. Ooh. He was with a K. I'm with a C.
Look at you.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to you than I know. Now, what
Wow.
about that beautiful place here in Jersey? I saw it on 60 Minutes, a farm, a whole thing. Is that gone?
Oh.
You're going to move to the city, aren't you?
No, it's that was not that.
Bachelor pad.
I didn't. That was and that ended up not with me.
You're in Jersey. You gotta come to my kickoff
It's my
party.
favorite
I'm in your
place, too.
neighborhood.
That's your favorite place, and you don't have it.
No, but it's okay. It's okay because it's
No,
just
it's
property.
not. You look
it's just
like
property.
you
No.
look like you're going to throw up.
I know.
It was
Doing
very very difficult because I
you had
loved
horses, you had all things.
cows.
So what you're saying
Longhorns.
is your wife was there at 5 a.m. every day trading in Sweden with you and working.
I will say absolutely she was
Really?
for many years, and she
Harvard
was
girl?
fabulous.
Not a Harvard girl.
No, Stony Brook. Fabulous.
not bad
Started
school.
as a clerk, worked her way up, did a fantastic job, was my partner for many years.
All right, so
she
you're
was
very
the head
honorable.
trader. There is no doubt in my mind that in 1998, when my firm was in bad trouble, she came back from after having 2 kids, sat there, and on the big days of the year, got me out of the jam. I have nothing but unbelievably positive things to say about what she did.
Good woman.
Fabulous
I have
woman.
nothing negative to say about her.
Fabulous.
She's your friend. She's my friend. Go ahead. Yes, Fafafui.
I didn't see the 60 Minutes piece, but Lisa G said she saw it. She said that they sort of say in the piece that you're a terror to work for. Do you think you're a terror to work for?
I always I use using a Stalin model. Stalin, yeah. I said that you had to give me 6 out of 7 days
genocide?
a week.
Well, listen,
the deal was I
he's
would make you
managing-
rich if you work with me, but it wouldn't be fun.
Right.
Oh,
Because he takes his responsibility seriously.
Right.
Yeah, it's people's money you're talking about.
Howard's the direct opposite. You don't get rich, but you have a blast.
That's right.
Well,
see, I'm smarter than
I think people. I always just looked at I never looked at their resume. If they were team sports players, if they had a good attitude, they were in, and they could stay as long as they want. But most of the people left because they got rich and wanted to move on.
Larry, you're on the air in Chicago. Watch Jim Cramer on Mad Money weeknights at 6 and 11 on CNBC. And Jim's book, Stay Mad for Life, is in stores now. We'll get to that in a second. But go ahead, Larry.
Hi, Howard. I got a question for Mr. Kramer, and I got a question for you.
All right, quickly.
Why don't can we find out the names of these Congress people that he's mentioning that are in the back pocket of terrestrial radio?
It seems like all of them.
There's a couple who have issued press.
No, you got to be specific here.
I believe Conyers has taken some money from the terrestrial radio.
I don't know about that, but I'm going to investigate. You do know that, Fred?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Clear Channel.
Oh, Conyers, we talked about him.
We talked about him.
$10,000 in 2006.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
And
That's problematic.
For 10 grand. It's
It's a shame how easily you can buy a congressperson.
You had a second question. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'd like to ask you, Howard, if there is a merger between the two, are you still going to run those stupid commercials you've been running since you've been on the air? Or
Yes, the talk stations do have commercials. That is true, but they try.
Our commercials.
Our commercials are very smart, by the way.
Have you not heard the ball cleaning one?
Yeah, I mean, this one keeps your penis and balls smelling fresh. It's no Doro, and I
Nothing
recommend
stupid about that.
it. There's nothing dumb about that.
They do hate the fact that so much of your music does not have commercials because they feel the pressure to cut out their commercials.
Yeah.
So therefore, you make them less profitable. You know that's part of what this is all about.
Right, and their advantage is that they're free and they're in every home.
Right.
They have nothing to worry about. If they put on good programming, they should have no problem.
You will be in 16 million cars that are sold every year.
That's right.
If this deal goes through, they are petrified about that.
They're pissing their pants.
They also hate the fact that you have that option where you just give them your card and they just charge you a month. So no one ever feels like they're paying for it once they paid the first time.
Right.
And they know that, too. They know that, and they have said over and over again that this would not hurt them one bit, but it would kill them.
Yeah.
You know what they mean? They do both sides.
So obviously there's competition. You know, but so how can they say it's a monopoly?
Do you make radio better or worse for the American people?
Let me think about it for a second. I don't want to answer frivolously.
I was
do
very
I make
quick on the
radio?
draw
You
here.
answer too quick.
Yeah.
Do I make radio better or worse for the United States? Better.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Why don't we buy some congressmen? Let's get into the game.
They know. And there's,
why we're not.
How much?
Rob, there's another thing going on here. See, they figure that if they can stall this thing long enough, both you guys will run out of money. And I'm not kidding.
That's right.
And you'll both go bankrupt.
That's
This
right.
is just, we look at their balance sheets, we see how much they're paying.
Yes.
If we can keep this deal in limbo for
They're gonna
another 18
bankrupt-
months, you're going to run out of
They're going
money.
to bankrupt companies that employ a lot of people.
And people will be
XM.
out of jobs.
Well, but remember, your competitor doesn't have the financing that you do. So they figure that one of these two will go out of business.
Right.
And the other one won't be able to pay your salary. They'll be able to have to lay off everybody. This is about taking jobs away from you guys and taking choice away from the American people, which is why it is a ridiculous travesty.
It is pretty wild. Let me ask you about this book. This is a new book?
Yeah.
What will it help me get rich?
This is a book for, a lot of people, they keep changing the law. It's about how to save with a 401k. It's about how to put money away for a
People should
529.
read this. A lot of people don't like to look at their finances. A lot of people are lazy about it, but then all of a sudden they reach a certain age and they go, shit, I don't have anything.
Right, but this is like I say you should give, when a kid gets born, you give them 1 share of stock so they get a little more familiar with the process.
People need to know about this stuff, how to teach your kids how to work their money and do this kind of thing.
Remember, a company used to take care of you, so you did need to know. Now the companies have all phased it out. You got to do it yourself. They don't really give you any advice. It's very rapacious, so the book tries to answer that.
One last prediction. When will we see the merger ruled on, favorably or unfavorably?
I am predicting.
Go ahead.
I am predicting that this is a done deal by June, provided that you and I and a couple other people stand up and say this is the most ridiculous thing we've ever seen the government try to block. In 8 years, I've never seen them so vigilant about something.
Yeah, well, it's great that you say, with me, they're just going to say, oh, he works for Sirius. But the fact is you don't have a financial interest in this.
No skin in the game other than to say, I cannot believe all the mergers that I have seen just been rubber stamped, and the level of scrutiny, the number of people, how many times are they going to call people to Washington? It is just crazy.
You were a good guest. You didn't come out and tell us who you're dating. You didn't tell us when you lost your virginity, but you were a great guest anyway. Next time.
Thank you very much.
What happens
You didn't even tell us how big your penis was?
No,
but
I didn't really go into the size issue, which shows you that I have a decorum and I'm kind of like Bishop Tutu meets, like Dalai
Ozzy
Lama.
Osbourne.
Right?
What happens first? The Eagles win their first Super Bowl or this merger?
Oh, well, that's not even an issue.
Jim Cramer.
The merger going
it better be the merger.
Jim Cramer's on Mad Money. You should check him out. He really actually makes finance fun. It's a tough subject to kind of breathe some excitement into.
Black and Decker, baby.
Yeah, Black and Decker's
Black and Decker for Artie.
That goes
Thank you
higher.
for that, and maybe I'll throw a few dollars that way myself. Weeknights at 6 and 11 on CNBC.
Thank you.
Good for you. And Jim's book, Stay Mad for Life. Get it. Teach the kids how to invest a little money. This is the kind of stuff that you got to look into. The book is called Stay Mad for Life, in stores now. Pleasure to see you. Pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you, Howard.
Thank you.
An honor, because you are. You're a great businessman, besides being a great talent, and someone I've always looked up to. And anyone who is at my companies knows that.
Don't try to drive the stock up.
Yep. Jim, thanks.
Thank you, Howard. Thank you very much.
Jim, how do you think it went there today?
Oh my God! Well, it's just first of all, it's kind of a dream to be on the show, and this is one of the things that there was a big party for the Giants in town this morning, and I had to pass on it, and everyone knew, and probably half of them just said, "Oh my God, I got to now stay home and listen to you rather than go to their own party," because this is a very big show in my town, very big show among my friends.
Now,
actually, by the way, just I would not even bother to tell them when I'm on half the other shows that I'm on, like that I'll go on a major network show, because everybody listens, and everybody listened, and everyone took the product. Everyone took Sirius when he left, so it just means a lot to me.
So, Jim, you gave Artie some advice on what he should do with his Super Bowl winnings.
Right.
You think he's better off investing, like you said, or
no, he is, and that's a
gambling
stock.
again?
That's a stock that I have spent a lot of time on. And the reason I gave it to him is that I think the expectations are so low that it's almost really hard for it to get hurt in that stock. And I really love management, so I'm very close to it.
And final word, you're confident on the XM Sirius merger?
No, oh, absolutely. But a lot of it is just going to be because I'm nonstop on this. I am not going to let thank you. I am not going to let this deal not go through, because I cannot believe that justice, I cannot believe that Congress people are so interested in this. You know that there has to be a monetary reason, because it's certainly not for the benefit. It's the benefit of the consumers to have the deal go through. So I'm not stopping. I have no skin in the game other than the fact I can't stand the travesty. Just can't stand it.
All right, Jim, thanks for stopping by.
All right, thank you, guys.
Artie, so are you going to invest your Super Bowl winnings like Kramer told you? Or advised you?
I might. I don't know. We'll see.
He's saying Black & Decker's the
I may buy another
thing.
fucking house. If he says housing's coming back, I'll put a down payment on another fucking house. That's how fucking aggressive I am. Fuck him. I'm getting another couple of houses. Throw a few fucking families in there that are minority-type families and be a slumlord. Then resell it, put them out on a fucking street.
Sounds like a plan.
Blockbuster, gentrification, motherfuck it. Peace. Increase.